to Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. My friends, in our last session, the Golden Shearers were joined by Thota, a Dusk Maiden and ally of Queen Acherontis, the Queen of Shadow. Thota pledged her aid in our hero's quest to free the Queen and end Countess Jatzok's reign, releasing the Shadowlands from a nefarious group known as the Horned Ones. Thota guided the party to the foothills of the Darkreach Mountains and gifted Nori with a quite beautiful circlet of the new moon for protection from General Todorov and the corrupt knights of the Shadow Moon. She warned of the dangers ahead, including the death cleric Kradashi, and handed the party an obsidian whistle that might hasten their return to the House of Black Lanterns should they succeed in their quest to obtain the Death's Head, an unholy relic hidden within the temple. Now, the party trekked through the Darkreach Mountains using a secret passage to bypass a deadly fortress named Kazaktul, along with its death giants, orcs, and the most vile of all foes, a pair of giant geese. Emerging from the stronghold, the party scurried down the snow-covered canyon until they reached the ominous Temple of Lemminkainen. The temple run by the Shriven Sickle, the Death Cleric Kradashi, in honor of the death god Nerull. Now, Desmond performed some very skillful rogue shit, including a pretty awesome pull-up, scaling the fortress wall, eliminating a sentry, and allowing the group to infiltrate the temple undetected. In a western chamber, Alrin observed two cultists, oblivious to the party's presence, worshiping before a grotesque stone statue of a goat-headed creature crowned with ram's horns, bat-like wings, and a serpentine tail. Anyone know what that is? Meanwhile, Nori and Desmond explored a dark room filled with crates, barrels, and three large, very irresistible chests. Illuminating the space with a partially open lantern, Desmond carefully opened the nearest chest, pocketing a pouch of coin and investigating the chest's contents. A bow, some fine clothing, a rolled parchment, and a small wooden box. Ooh, getting chills. Alrin, invisible and hidden above the cultists, watched as they stood from their worship, bowed before the statue, and began walking silently down the hallway towards his companions. Xanthi, having taken on the guise of one of the guardsmen and now posing as one of their own at the end of the hallway. Back in the dark room, Desmond couldn't resist opening the finely crafted box, which began to play a haunting melody that sent shiver of fear reverberating through his soul. He slammed the box shut, but was too late. The sound of a click echoed from both doors, locking them and trapping he and Nori inside. And that, my friends, is where we're going to pick up tonight. Now, we had ended the last session with everyone rolling initiative. And it just so happens, Nori, that you have the initiative. You are at the top of the order here as we get into this, my friends. What would you like to do, Nori? The lights have gone, or excuse me, the lights were already out. You have the illumination of the lantern. The locking mechanisms on these two doors have engaged. And I will say you smell a very offensive, almost burning odor that you didn't smell before. What would you like to do?
Can I tell where that smell is coming from? Is it just in the room?
Give me a quick perception check as you sort of take stock of what's going on in here.
Okay.
And let's see, I've got the map up here. There we go.
That's an 8.
Hard to tell. The room is not well lit. Desmond having taken steps to keep the light of his lantern somewhat confined. But it's putrid. It almost stings the nostrils.
Nori's going to draw Shadowfang. Is it glowing with that color, the sickly green? Denoting
Ooh.
Undead within 60 feet.
I would say that it is glowing faintly.
Desmond, we got to get out of here. There's undead out there. Cynthia and Alvin are out there. Open this door. And I grab the box that he's holding, that he set all this shit off with, out of his hand. Get the door open. So I've got the box in one hand and Shadowfang in the other.
Okay, you took the wooden box and you have your blade drawn.
Can I close it again? Or is it one of those kind?
Desmond slammed the box shut.
Okay.
So it's already closed, and that caused the haunting melody that it was playing. It's a music box, basically. And it caused the melody to stop.
Okay.
All right, so you do that. I would like Desmond and Nori to both roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
$21.
Okay.
Oh, pretty good. No character sheet up though.
What's on the die?
18.
Okay, yeah. So as you are standing there, again, the odor starting to burn your nostrils. You can feel it sort of starting to your chest is growing sort of heavy as you're inhaling some of what appears to be some sort of fumes that are being released into the room itself. Back in the hallway, Alrin, you watch as this creature emerges from this door here. This iron door swings open. And this creature that is hunched over, large bird, maybe reptilian in nature, steps through the doorway. Looks at you, Alrin. You get the sense immediately that despite your current state, the magical invisibility that has kept you concealed from other eyes in this place, doesn't seem to work for this. This creature looks directly at you. It has a staff in one hand, and on top of the staff is a human skull. And it just puts it down on the ground and turns and looks up at you. What is the meaning of this intrusion? Do you know whose house you befoul with your presence? Or have you come to spill your blood and honor the King of Gloom? No, I see before me a simple, helpless fly on the wall, caught in a spider's web. A common thief? Perhaps something more. Now, come down from there, fly, and make yourself visible. I would like you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay. $15.
Okay. You feel the warmth of a friend who has entered the space, calling up to you, inviting you to join them, to come down from the wall, to make yourself visible. You are charmed.
A charm effect? Because I
It
have
is.
advantage on charm effects.
Well, then you should roll again.
Uh, 18.
You feel the warmth of a friend, etc., etc.
Cool.
And you capitulate. You feel the hospitality of this place, strangely, as you have now met one of its masters. The creature continues to move across the space. Over to this door. So there is another sealed door right here. And he just raps on it with his staff, the end of his staff. He just bangs on the door. And that brings us to your turn, Alrin.
Well, he's my friend, right?
You do see him as a friend, and at least in a favorable light. You are currently
Okay.
charmed. Yeah.
What about these other two fellows?
Yeah, you are charmed by this creature right now. You're not charmed by them.
Okay. Well, I was gonna go beat on them,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You're going to defile this house that has welcomed you with open arms and hospitality.
Well, I mean, if I'm charmed and wouldn't feel that way, then no, I wouldn't do that. So if I'm charmed, I'm just gonna go ahead and sit right down on this this bench right there.
Do you want to say anything? Do you want to have a conversation? Do you want to just sit on the bench?
As I sit on the bench, I say, well, it's good to have friends here in this dark place. Do we have any festivities this evening, or should I start them?
Oh, festivities. Indeed, we do have something special planned for you and the others that you brought with us. Brought to us. Brought with you. These... Are you going to drop your invisibility as was asked of you?
Oh yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I will get rid of that for the moment. You take notice that the two cultists who were walking away turned as this creature stepped from the door, and now they look back upon you. And that brings us to Xanthi.
I'm gonna try to open the door that slammed shut.
Okay. You pull on the door and it is locked.
Oh. Okay, like it's just a door, so I should be able to message through. I'm gonna cast message through the door and say, Des, this door is locked. You hear the little voice in your head.
All right. That's your
You can
action,
reply to
Xanthi?
it, it's message, but anyway.
I know. We heard it. We're trying to get out.
Okay. Can I see what's going on in the other room? I just hear no fighting. I heard the talking, right?
You did hear a voice. It's really only probably like 30 to 40 feet away from where you're standing, maybe even less than that. So yeah, you definitely heard things. You heard the tap the aggressive rap of the staff on an iron door, and you heard Alrin and somebody conversing. Although you can't see necessarily who's down in that hall or in that chamber, because there are two cultists that are sort of blocking your view that are in the hallway here.
Okay, and are they like walking towards me? Or
They
what are
were, but they kind of stopped when this whole thing happened with Alrin.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of like lean sort of against like the door frame, not against the actual door, because I'm hoping Des opens the door, but just to kind of like, you know, just be like, I'm just hanging out here in the hallway.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Desmond.
Can Des see the locks on the doors?
Do
He
you
does
want to
have the
take a quick glance, or are you going to take an action to investigate?
Well, I mean, would that take up my action, so I won't be able to try to pick the
Yeah,
locks?
if you want to do just a quick look for the lock to see where they are, that's one thing. If you want to like have any sort of idea about what the locks entail, then you would need to do an investigation check, and that would be your action.
I'm just gonna, just feel around for the lock in front of me, in front of Des here, and try to pick it if I can.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Not great. 8.
Okay. There's no like keyhole. There's a locking mechanism, but there's no like keyhole that you could insert your tools into necessarily. You'd have to maybe get creative around the jamb of the door. But you can certainly try to pick it if you'd like, or you could try to investigate to figure out more about the lock itself. It's up to you.
And this odor that's flooding into the room feels pretty horrible.
I mean, it's starting to
like...
it's stinging your sinuses as you're breathing it in.
Okay.
Probably starting to make you cough a little bit.
Des will pull the crowbar out of his bag and jam it into the door lock and try to bust the door open.
Okay, so into the door jam.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Give me a strength check.
I'm going to use advantage on this. Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff.
Just straight strength.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, yeah, you jam the crowbar and you start to pry at the door jamb, and the door starts to budge a little bit. Doesn't pop open, but this is a very well sealed door. But you have sort of cracked some of the stone around the edge of the jamb itself.
Okay.
All right, so that's your action.
Yeah. Let me check one thing. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Nothing else.
No bonus action. All right. All right. So let's see here. This happens next. A door swings open here, and another cultist walks out of the door, drawing a dagger as it looks at you. You watch as this magical energy begins to emanate from their other hand as they begin to cast a spell. shimmering field begins to surround Alrin's new friend. Some sort of perhaps protective energy. His whole body begins to shimmer. And he looks at you, the cultist that stepped from the door, Alrin, and says, "You've made a grave mistake coming here. Uninvited." And then this guy here does a very similar approach. He draws a knife and casts a light spell, Xanthi, on the wall just next to you to light up the hallway. And the other cultist also draws a dagger and says to you, "Guard, why are you not at your post? You have been lackluster in your duties. Kneel and accept your absolution." And they are going to walk towards you. All right, and then that brings us back to the top of the order, Nori.
I would imagine Nori can hear the dialogue outside the door.
Give me a perception check.
Maybe. I mean, she's gonna do this anyway, but that's a 10.
You probably hear some voices, maybe not being able to pick out every single word that's being said, especially farther down the hall. But you probably hear the command to Xanthi to kneel.
Okay.
So yes, what would you like to do?
In the shadows, she probably sees like the veins popping out on Dez's head as he's trying to crowbar this door open. So she's gonna jump on it too. Fuck this, and she's gonna pull on it too. So maybe help him or give her own try with it. It's
up to you. You can either make an attempt if you'd like, or you can help Desmond with advantage on his next roll if he wants to keep doing that.
I think you'd he's going to try to keep
switch,
doing it.
Yeah, you'd have to switch spaces with him to do it. It's a pretty small hall, little closet area, so.
I'm going to help him because I imagine he's stronger than I am. Everyone is stronger than I am. So.
Okay,
that's what
so you'll give him some assistance. Okay.
Now let's shout out, "We're coming, Xanthi!"
Xanthi, you hear that through the door, and you kind of look at this cultist who's approaching you with a knife, and his eyes kind of narrow. All right, so that is Nori's turn. Nori and Desmond, as you are in this room, you can see that this green cloud of poison is starting to fill the space. You each take 5 poison damage. This creature on the far end of the hall, Alrin's friend, says, and Alrin, you can use a free reaction to respond to this however you choose to, being charmed. "What is it then that you've come here for, friend? What do you seek? Are you here for your absolution? Is it true to worship? I suppose we can accommodate your requests and spill your blood like so many others have been spilt upon these hallowed grounds. Or do you think yourself special? Yes. Yes, I see it in your eyes. Tell me, how special are you?"
We write an epic tale, and we've come for blood.
Yes, then it is true. Heroes, you say? Have you brought the champion? With that, the door swings open, and you watch as 2 guards come into the space. And the creature just looks at you and says, "Spill blood. Make Nerull happy with your presence." And then he walks into the room and the door slams shut behind him. That is their turn. Alrin, I will say this. You now, having been charmed, as he walks out of the room, the charm effect drops from you. What, my friend, would you like to do?
So I see I'm surrounded by bad guys, eh? I feel the only thing to do at this moment is to blast out a thunder wave.
Oh,
Because
shit.
there are three bad guys right next to me, and it's time to get the party started.
Let's start it, baby.
So I'm casting a thunder wave at third lip.
Okay. I've got some saving throws to make. Is that correct?
That is a Constitution saving throw of 14.
Okie doke. All right, so we'll go with guard number 2 first. You said 14, eh? Con
Yes,
save?
sir.
That's a failure with an 11. Guard number 3, that's a natural 20. What a waste. Guard and cultist number 4, that's an 18. So guard number 2 fails, the others save.
Okay. So, half damage on a successful save.
All right, let's get it.
That is
Let's
going
get
to
it.
be a amazing rolls.
Yes.
28 points of damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
8776 on 48.
That is
And
amazing.
The guy that failed is thrown or pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Yeah, there's not 10 feet of space to go. So he gets blasted back away from you, the guard, as this energy releases from you, just cartwheeling back, slams up against the stone wall, head just splits open, and he slumps to the ground, and there's just this sort of like brain matter and blood on the side of the wall as he drops to the ground.
Is
This
Cultist 5 within 15 feet of me? Because it would hit him too.
Yes, he is. Let's get a
He
save
needs
on
to
that.
save.
That is going to be a 17, so he saves as well. So they're taking 14 damage, right? You said
Yes.
28. Okay.
And all of the things behind me, the benches and everything, get thrown back too. If
Yeah,
they're not
they just smash up against the statue. There's a shelf of books. The books shelf topples to the ground. Books are strewn everywhere. Even though this guard number 3 was not thrown back, they dropped to the ground with blood kind of pouring out of their ears and nose. Let's see. And 4 is okay. And those other guys take some damage. Nice turn. Anything else that you'd like to do? You have a bonus action?
I mean, that echoes throughout this entire place like thunder. 300 feet. I mean, that was an explosion.
Yep. That was very loud. Everyone in this place is alerted now that there's something going on that's not quite right.
And can I draw my sword?
Absolutely. You can do that as a free action always.
Excellent. And I'm smiling at Cultist 4 because it's time to dance.
Okay. I love it. All right. That is the end of your turn, I presume. We'll go to Xanthi next. Xanthi, the shit is popping off down the hallway. What do you want to do? This guy is coming towards you with the dagger drawn. There's this bright sort of light above on the wall that's illuminating the whole space as one of them has cast light. And they have a dagger and have ordered you to kneel and accept your absolution.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I am going to I'm gonna cast magic missile,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do one at cultist 6, and I'm gonna do the other hold on, the other 3. No, hold on a second. I get 1 extra, so how many do I get at this level?
What level are you casting it at?
At level 2.
Okay. So you should get 5, I believe. I think. Let me bring it up. It should say right in your on your character sheet. Magic missile. A dart 1d4. There are 3 of them. Oh yeah, second level or higher. There's one more, so it'd be 4.
Okay. So 3 of them at the door, like specifically at the lock area, to see if I could blow this door open.
Okay. I like it. Go ahead and roll damage, please. It's 1d4 plus 1 for each of the bolts.
Sorry, that was not
Each
it.
of the missiles.
Nope, that was not it either. Hold on a second. All right, first one is a 3, so that one's to the cultist.
Okay.
Then we get 4, 5,
So 9.
and 3 force damage towards the door.
12 points of damage. All right. I will say, Desmond, as you're on the other side with Nori, like prying on this crowbar, trying to open it, the door jamb, the stone door jamb starting to crumble as you're trying to pry this iron door. You're not really doing damage to the door, but you're doing damage to the stone. You feel and hear this implosion, these 3 implosions on the other side of the door as more of the door jamb begins to crumble and crack and fall apart. You're doing damage to that lock area, Xanthi, and it's busting open the stone that surrounds the door. It's not quite open yet, but it's damn close. Desmond, I would say you can probably see light beginning to sort of filter in because there's a light spell that's emanating bright light right outside the door. And so you can see that there's cracks now in that sort of door jamb area. It looks like you might be able to, with some luck, get out of this place on your next attempt. And then you said you hit the number 6 cultist with that other one for 6 points. Okay, got it. All right. Anything else, Xanthi? Nice job.
That is all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay. All right. Desmond, it's your turn. If you want to go ahead and try to pry again with a strength check, you'll do it with advantage because Nori is now helping you.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Pretty good. It's 18.
Okay, with an 18, you jam it in there, you and Nori prying, and you break the stone along the doorway, and you see the door just kind of crack open, just ever so slightly. There's, actually, it pulls inward, so you can see that the stone around the door jamb is now broken. You can see light streaming in, and I would probably guess that Xanthi, you can smell that odor now starting to waft out of that room.
Yeah, she just like turns at your surprised faces and just goes, "Ew."
Well, you don't see their faces yet. The door is still blocking view of them, but the door jamb and stone is broken. Desmond, if you want, you could pull the door open with your free action.
Des is
Smell
gonna
is
pull the
enough for
door
that
open
noise.
and move out into the hallway.
Okay.
So he's just gonna kind of go past Xanthi and kind of run around the corner a little bit this way. Coughing.
As you run around the corner, you see a guard running down the stairs.
I still have a bonus action left, so I'm going to not that it'll help too much anyway.
Yeah, you just kind of come around there. He's like, ah! You could bonus action disengage. You could dash.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not many places to go.
Nope.
I'll just give him a telekinetic shove. Actually, I'll do a telekinetic shove on Xanthi and pull her away from that cultist. So just 5 feet towards me, if that's all right.
Do you have to roll for that, or is that just an automatic
Not
thing?
if they agree to it. Well,
Are you
they
gonna
can
ask first?
yeah. No.
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna
Xanthi's
So-
like standing her ground at this thing, so I guess you can sort of make a decision on what seems realistic for that.
I think Nori could like also attack like kitty corner, right?
It's not her turn yet.
Well, I mean she could, but if she were in the space.
Yeah,
Or
she would have
is it
to.
blocked?
It's not her turn yet. She can do all that stuff. Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
I think yeah, just reflexively he would try to pull Xanthi away from danger, basically. So I don't know how we want to. Normally they would have to roll a strength saving throw, but I guess they can choose to fail it.
Yeah. Up to you guys.
I mean, if you said my name or I saw you reach out to me or something to do like the force pull, I would allow it.
Okay.
But if I don't know what's happening and someone behind me is pulling me, would I like know that that's Des? I don't know that I would.
You'd smell his cologne.
Well, everything right now.
Well, he would have
smells
been like,
rotten.
Xanthi, look out. And
Yeah, he would have
Right.
like pushed right past you, and it's probably he would have just like grabbed you as he was
Sure,
pulling
yeah.
away. So, all right, so that'll be your bonus action. You pull her 5
Yep.
feet back to right there. All right, so that brings us to these cultists and some other dudes. I'm making some moves here in areas that you can't see. Okay. All right. We'll start with Desmond. This guy in front of you is going to jab at you with a spear attack. I'm going to go ahead and use my advantage. Thank you, Scottish Jeff. Folks, if you want to donate advantages to our player or our GM, you can do so by cheering bits. 100 bits gives you an advantage to donate to whomever you choose. So Desmond, a spear attack coming your way. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
yeah, that hits.
Okay. For a total of... Oops, that's a D8. There it is. That is going to be a 6 piercing damage as he takes his spear and jams it into your belly.
Okay, he's going to use Uncanny Dodge to have that.
Okay, so 4 points.
Okay.
As you sort of, with your, do you have a weapon drawn? Or no, you have the lantern. So you maybe
Did you
like
say it
hold the
was-
lantern up and kind of intercept the attack a little bit.
Did you say it was 6 points or?
Yeah, sorry, 6 points. You take 3
Okay,
points.
so 3. Okay.
Yep. All right. So, Alrin, you've got a cultist problem. Or maybe they have an Alrin problem.
We'll see.
With that door open. All right, so these guys are going to come at you. We'll start with Alrin here. All right. The first attack from number 4 is a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. You're going to take 3 points of damage. Second attack from that one is going to be a miss as you block it somehow or sidestep the second attack as it comes at you. The other cultist is going to, let's
Wait.
see.
I got armor.
Yep. The other one is going to cast a spell. You watch as he reaches out his hands, his dagger in one hand. You can see on the guard of the dagger, there's a death skull on it, and he holds it, and the death skull starts to glow with this green light, and then he reaches out and touches you with his other hand, hitting you with inflict wounds. He's gonna make a melee attack to see if he gets you. Ooh, that is only a 14.
No, sir.
He misses you and uses up his spell slot. Okay.
I'm agile like a refrigerator. Ding, 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 ding.
Let's see. And then Xanthi, in your situation, this cultist is going to take a couple steps back and is going to cast a spell. I think you'll appreciate this spell. He casts Spiritual Weapon right next to you.
Hey.
Right, and it gets to attack right out of the gate. It is going to make an attack roll. Melee attack, all right. Oh, 19 on the die. Plus, yes?
Well, I have to
22.
know what the
22 is the total.
I can't
Okay.
fight that.
All right,
I take
so you're gonna take it. All right, cool. So this is gonna be 9 points of damage as this. It takes the form of this sickle. So it's like got this rusted iron blade on this long wooden shaft and just shing, shing, and hits you for that damage. And that is their turn. That brings us back to the top of the order with Nori.
Okay. Door's broken, so I can see this sickle stuff.
The door has been
probably.
pulled in so that you can see what's happening. You can see Xanthi and this magical spiritual weapon hovering over her.
Okay, well, I think I know that I need to get out and run to my right. So I'm gonna barrel out and barrel past the weapon if I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I would expect I'd see this cultist here.
Oh yeah, right now that whole hallway is lit up by a light spell.
25 feet. That is my exact movement. I will get right up next to it and start swinging. I have Shadowfang out, and I probably put the box down to help Des with the crowbar, so I don't have that anymore.
Okay.
Here we go. First swing is a dirty 20.
That hits.
Or I'm not hexing him, so it's just plain old damage. For 7.
Okay.
The second swing is going to be 17. To hit
That will hit. Nice.
for 9 damage.
Okay. You take the 2 big swings with your little arms, cutting into this human cultist who's staring at you with surprise, and he just calls out, "Shadowfang!" And his words just kind of echo down the hallway.
Yep. Could I do look for bodies as a bonus action? I'm looking for a corpse. I'm looking to see if anyone's been murdered up here because I have plans for that body.
At this point, you don't see one
Okay.
from where you are.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Some other things are happening. That guy. Okay. All right, Alrin.
Alrin looks at the two cultists that are right next to him, and notices that other cultist down the hall get a little closer, and he smiles and just kind of whispers under his breath, "Did that asshole just come within 15 feet of me? What a fool!" And I smack my hands together and cast Thunderwave at 2nd level and hit all 3 of them.
Okay. Nice. All right, so these are con saves, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so number 4 got a natural 20. Number 5 got a 16. And number 6 only has an 11.
So that is 18 points or 9 points of damage. And I don't know that number 6 can be pushed back through Nori, but
If I
What was
just
the
hold my
total
blade up,
damage? It was
it'll push
18?
through it.
it was 18, yes.
Okay.
Slice them in half. Cool.
It's kind of a moot point because as you cast the spell and hit number 6 there, his eyes and ears begin to bleed, Nori, as you look at him. He's looking at you, and there's this massive blast from behind as all of the, like, his robes sort of like blow towards you, and his eyes just go red with blood, and it just drips down his face, and he falls to his knees and drops in front of you on the ground.
Nori
Nice one.
smiles.
Anything else from Alrin?
Bonus action, I point my sword towards Nori and I say, "Mess him up." And I give you a Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Very
As I just
cool.
blasted one's head
What up,
apart in
Benji?
front of you.
Welcome in.
I probably
All
have
right.
his gore on me too.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Can you remind me what that is? A D8 on.
That gives you a D8. Yeah.
All right,
Any
Xanthi.
roll in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
You can add a D8 to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It can
Okay,
be
thank you.
added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Xanthi, you're up.
Xanthi casts Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Light this up.
All righty.
Cage match.
I don't know why I didn't
Spirit
have that ready
Guardians.
here. Remind me what the radius is on that.
15 feet.
Okay. Let me do this. Attach
And
to
since
Xanthi.
Cultist 6 was the one who did the spiritual weapon, does that go away?
Yes, thank you. That is gone.
All right. She's gonna turn to her guys and say, "Okay, so kill the cultists. Maybe not Nori."
Ah, she's right there, though. Come on, let's move forward a little bit. We'll just take a little nip, and then we'll get to business.
Priorities.
We have our priorities, you know that.
She's gonna point towards the one spear guy next to Des.
Okay. So on
Hit
his
him.
turn, he'll make a saving throw and see what happens.
Yep.
I love it. All right. Anything else from Xanthi?
That is it.
Okay. That brings us to Desmond.
Des is going to pull his dagger and try to stab this guy that's standing right next to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Excuse me. I'm going to make this a booming blade attack.
Okay.
Pretty good. 25 to hit.
Yep. That is pretty good. It hits.
So that is, oh, nice. Yes. 10 piercing and 4 thunder damage.
What does it look like as this guy is blown away by your booming blade attack?
Des will just right after he dodges that spear a little bit, still gets cut by it, he's just gonna kind of reflexively swing around and just jab him in the neck with his dagger, and the thunder will just like put an even bigger hole in there. And then he will move up past Xanthi to
Nice.
try to get up next to Alrin. Can I get around Nori here?
Yeah,
or
you can
am I-
move
am I
through
stuck?
your
Okay.
companion's
Okay.
space. You just
Unless
can't
you don't-
stop in their space.
Probably step over me, honestly.
So
Do it
I'm
right.
gonna
Just
Just
push
move
her out of the
and
way.
Yeah, Nori
I'm gonna
Riker.
move and then bonus action dash up to this spot here. Yeah, I Rikered Nori.
one leg up
Lovely.
right over the gnome.
Lovely. Gnome Rikering. That's
It's easy to
something
slide
special.
past without a blood on her.
That is something special.
That's something to see.
Yeah. Sure is. Okay. That brings
that's it
us
for Des, yeah.
to these guys here. Okay. The door swings open and another cultist enters the fray. Alrin, you've been putting the hurt on these guys. They're not happy about it. And they're gonna start attacking. Scottish Jeff, Rikering. All right, so number 3 is gonna make 2 attacks on you with the dagger. Actually, you know what? He's gonna go ahead and attempt that inflict wounds again. Go ahead and give me a, oh no, it's a spell attack from me. Okay, here we go. 16. 3d10 damage. "17 points of necrotic damage as he reaches out and touches you on the chest, and you feel the spider web of necrotic energy just radiate across your chest and up your neck. It feels like you're choking for a minute as you gasp for air, and then it subsides, but you feel the terrible pain. Meanwhile, there's going to be some dagger jabs coming your way as well. Number 4 is going to try twice. Misses once with a 10, but hits with a 17. So that is going to be 4 more points of damage, piercing damage. And then the other guy, not really seeing Desmond coming up, pretty focused on the guy that's been killing his buddies. He's going to make 2 attacks against you, Alrin. An 8 is going to miss, but a 21 is going to hit. For a total of 4 more piercing damage. Let's see. That is, let me just double check here. Oh yeah, these guys. Okay. That is the end of their turn. We're back at the top. Nori, you have a corpse in front of you.
All right. I'm gonna point down at it. Actually, I probably can touch it. I'm just gonna reach down, touch its chest, and say, "You're with me," and do undead servitude, animate dead.
It just kind of rises up, sitting straight up and looking at you. The blood from its massive impact thunder damage still bleeding down the front of its face as it growls. More blood comes out of its mouth. It just kind of sits up and looks at you. I'm gonna give it a little attachment here. There we go. That is your new Nibus.
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 Nibashi this time.
It will act on your initiative.
Okay. Well, then I will command it to go murder your friend. And I will point at cultist number 4.
Okay. It's going to use half its movement to stand up. It cannot move past Desmond, who is blocking him.
All right. Did we decide that that was like an innate non-action using move for me to do that, or did that take my action?
That would take your action, I believe. It should say on your character sheet.
It doesn't really, but
Yeah.
that's fine. It seems like that should
It seems like it would be an
take
action.
that long. Yeah. Bonus action, however, I would like to cast Hex on cultist number 5.
Ooh, all right. Very cool. Nice. Look at this shit. All right, anything else from Ganori?
Let's wipe a little more blood around on my face.
Yeah,
Ready
please.
for this?
All right, I love it. Okay. It is Ulrin's former friend's turn.
Also, the ability is wisdom that he'll have disadvantage against. Cultists.
Wisdom on cultist.
Always forget.
5. Is it 4 or 5 that you?
Sorry, 5.
Okay. All right. So with the door open, this creature stands there and is with its staff pointed directly at Ulrin. He is going to cast a doozy. I need everybody. Let's see. I need definitely Ulrin, Desmond, and Nori. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw. This does not affect Nibis.
I will roll with advantage from Scottish Chip. Ooh, natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use another one of my advantages for this one.
Okay. Ulrin, you just got an advantage from the Benji Man. Thank you, Benji Man.
Yes. Thank you. Because I'm gonna need to use that right now.
Ooh, we got an offer for cheap viewers. Thank you, but no thanks, Salman Hawk. We're gonna go ahead and we already have very expensive viewers. All of our good, classy friends here. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheap one's already here, by the way.
That was wisdom, Dave.
I wouldn't talk about Scottish Jeff like that. He just gave you an advantage. Yeah, wisdom. Wisdom saving throw, please.
17 for Dez.
Okay. And Ulrin.
18.
Ulrin and Desmond.
Advantage was key because the other die was a 2.
Ooh. Well, unfortunately, it still doesn't cut the mustard in this particular scenario. Both of you, Desmond and Ulrin, are paralyzed.
What?
He just cast paralysis on you. You have the incapacitated condition. Your speed is 0. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saves. Attacks against you have advantage. And any attack roll that hits you is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. It's not good. It's not good at all. Yeah. All right. I think I have a paralysis.
But could we push Desmond over like a log and climb over him?
He can't do anything to stop you. I mean,
Okay, well,
Yeah.
he's in the way. Sorry, Des.
yeah, he is kind of in the way.
Do it.
You're blocking up the works here.
Let me just double check
Body.
something here. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the paralysis on a success. It's not looking good for Ulrin right now, for sure. This creature takes its free action to say a short message and he calls out, "Lay down, Shadowfang, and I will release your companions to eternal damnation swiftly. Continue to wield that foul sword of yours, and their pain and death will be quite prolonged." That is their action. Ulrin, you're paralyzed, but you can make a saving throw, another wisdom save at the end of your turn. Because you are
I
just
can cast a
standing
spell
there.
with just verbal component, right?
No, you're paralyzed. You can't speak when you're paralyzed.
Okay. I will use the heroic inspiration you gave us last game or the game before for our amazing role play.
If you want, you can hold on to that and use it after you see what the actual roll is. It's kind of like a re-roll instead of using it.
Sure. Well, I rolled a 5, so I'm going to use it.
You should use it. Come on.
Well, so I failed with an 18. I got no bonus, so I
Come on,
almost
man.
have 0 chance of making this.
Yeah, come on. This is when you need it most. Natural 20.
Got an 18 again.
Yep, you continue to be paralyzed. That brings us to Xanthi.
All right. Xanthi is going to run up. And now she can't get through Nimbus, right?
Yeah, it's kind of jammed up right now.
Yeah. Can I 5, 10, 15. And then
Do you have any means of climbing? Because if you
I
did, you could potentially climb the walls.
climbing when she can cast Misty Step.
Ah,
and
very
teleport
cool.
herself a good 30
Nice.
feet.
Okie
So
doke.
she's
Get in
gonna
there. Yes.
Hop right over into the thick of it.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right on top of dead guy.
this. Yeah. She's gonna be like, hello! And then she's gonna reach out and she is going to shocking grasp that sorcerer.
Okay.
Buzzer!
Shocking grass.
Hopefully with advantage, because I think it'd be really cool.
Shake my hand.
Okay, hold on. First one was 19. 19 was the best one.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Very cool.
Then she does 9 points of lightning damage, I believe. Yes. 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And she goes, meet my friends. And I still look like the guardsman, by the way.
As this happens, he's going to use sort of a free reaction to respond to you, and he just looks at you and says, "Your golden skin will make a nice curtain in my study."
Now, can he see through
Yeah,
natural abilities?
sure
not
can.
Spell abilities?
Yep. He can see. You
Okay.
get the sense from that comment that he sees your true form. Anything else, Xanthi?
That's all I can do.
Okay. That was pretty good. Desmond, at the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw.
Is that right now? Because
Yep, it's the end. It's the end of your turn.
All right. Worse than last time. 12.
Okay, you are still paralyzed. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Well, we got some serious shit happening here now. What's up, Lord Gazumba? Thank you so much for the resub. Really appreciate it. Welcome in. Let's give Jay a shout out. Really looking forward to Virtual Greyhawk Con that Jay helps to really puts it on. So I think we have some information here. There we go. There's a link to Virtual Greyhawk Con. Thanks for the reminder, Jay. All right. So it is, let's see. All three of those cultists need to make a wisdom saving throw against your little fairy wood chippers.
That's right.
So go ahead and roll your damage because they're gonna take either full or half. So we have
Plus the other guy, right?
Yep, I'm working on them first.
Okay.
So we'll get there.
It's
But thanks for the
14.
reminder. Okay, so cultist number 3 is going to save.
Well, he has to beat 16. It's 14 damage if he doesn't.
Okay. Well, I got a 14.
Okay, so he does not save, so he takes the full.
He'll take full.
14
Okay, so
damage.
number 4 is a dirty 20, and number 5 does not save. So 3 and 5 will take full.
Yep, and then the one guy will take 7.
Okay. 7. Oof. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough. What about so it's 14 total, so 3 and 5. Ooh, yeah. Give me a little bit of some flavor on how your fairies your ornery little fairies kill number 5 here.
Yeah, so I had materialized several feet over next in the thick of it, and these little union flying guys all popped into existence around me, and then they pull out little hammers and like little crowbars, and they just go to town like whacking on these guys.
Yeah, this is great. Get them, boys! And they just pile up on him and beat him into smithereens, as well as some of their buddies take on the other 2. And he is just pummeled to the ground. So that was the beginning of their turn. They did that as your guys are attacking them. And now they're going to make some attacks with advantage on, let's see. Get back over here. This guy's going to move forward. Going to make a first attack with advantage on Desmond. That is going to be a total of 18 to hit you, Desmond.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so it's an automatic crit. So that's going to be 5 points on the first attack. Second attack against you, Desmond. That is going to be a 12. I don't think that hits.
Misses.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got too excited with his first attack and then missed. Number 3 is going to make attack with advantage against paralyzed Alrin. Oh yeah, that's going to be a hit. That's going to be a 23 to hit, so it's going to be a critical. So 5 points of piercing damage against Alrin, and then a second attack. Again, he's going to miss. He got a little too fired up and misses with an 8. That's pretty funny. They're getting the bloodlust in their eyes, and they're getting sloppy. Let's just see here. Some other things happening. Those sonic booms from those attacks really sort of rang the dinner bell for some of these guys as there's people moving about. Okay, that is their turn. We're back at the top of the order. Nori and Nibis.
Okay. Can Nibis push Desmond over, or do I need to do it?
Yeah, let's have Nibis make a strength check.
Okay, sorry, Des.
Nibis is currently a zombie.
Okay, so this zombie has got a strength of 13. Rolled an 8. He doesn't have all his checks listed on this page.
I think that's +1. +1?
It's +1, so
Sounds
9.
like
Yep.
+1.
9. Yeah, he doesn't seem to work. He doesn't seem to
Okay.
push Desmond over with a 9.
Okay. We can share the same space though, Nibis and I, correct?
You just can't stop in his space. You can move through it, but you can't stop.
So I could barrel
You
through
could
him to
switch.
try to.
You could switch. You could change places with them because you both are acting at the same turn and you could both make a movement.
What if I move? Can I move through? Yeah, I could move through Desmond. Why don't I just do this for now? Nibis can just hang out. I'll move through Desmond and go here. And slice on cultist 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if we switched, then I wouldn't. I don't think he would be able to get out anyway.
Yeah. Right. He wouldn't. It wouldn't make
So,
any difference.
And Cultist 4 is
Yep.
murdering
That's
Desmond
good
as we
move.
speak.
Good move.
Going to swing.
Get him.
We'll get him. Ooh, yeah, with a 25.
That will definitely hit. We'll finish out this round of combat and then we'll take a quick break.
Ooh, full 13
What
damage.
is going on here? I have a pencil on the side of my head. How many?
13 damage.
What was the attack roll?
It was 25.
Okay, and 13 damage. Yeah, describe how you kill this guy with your Shadow Fang.
I think I squeezed through the space that Desmond is taking the place of, and I'm actually looking over at the sorcerer, being kind of showy about Shadowfang, not even looking at cultist number 4, and I just jam it in his back or in his side because he's facing Desmond.
Okay.
Pull it out, spray the ceiling and wall with the cultist 4's blood, and I say, "You're next, buddy." And I will. I think I can do all this still in this turn. Yeah, I have the right amount of movement. I'm gonna move bonus action the hex over from the dead guy to the sorcerer guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just.
So that was your action, bonus action, and you still have some movement.
You know what? I'm not gonna end my turn inside that circle. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
Big words, but I'll wait till next turn because these goons scare the shit out of me.
All right. All right. So now it is the sorcerer's turn. He is going to make a wisdom save against the Union guys. The Union Guardian Spirits.
The 16.
Okay. Let's see. What is it? Wisdom. Yeah. That's a 17. So half damage is how
Yep.
much?
9 is half.
Okay. Okay. Very cool. That's good damage. He doesn't really seem to take notice. They chop at him and slam with their hammers, and he just kind of kicks at him, kind of brushes them away. And he doesn't even really seem to be looking at you a whole lot, Xanthi. He's looking at Nori. And he is going to hold his staff forward, and you watch as the human skull at the end of his staff, the eyes begin to glow red, and this ray of energy shoots across the space, this room, and he's going to fire it at Nori.
Nibis, protect your mama.
Ooh, that
fun of
is a
this.
14.
Yes.
It hits the wall behind you, and parts of the rock wall just fall apart all around your feet as you stand there triumphantly just staring them down. And then he is going to call out to you and say, "Enough of this game. Why have you come?" Nori, I'd like you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
$19.
Before you say yes or no, you have bardic
Yeah,
inspiration.
I'm gonna add
before
that.
He says you make it or
This is
no.
a great time for it. Thanks for the reminder. 21. 22.
Okay, you feel a corrupting ensorcelment in his words, as if the sound waves that are emanating from his beak-like mouth carry with them some sort of a necrotic energy, and you shrug it off as you stand firm and resolute with your bardic inspiration. That is their turn. Alrin, at the end of your turn, you can make another saving throw against this paralysis effect.
Okay, here you go. You know what? I'm using the big angry murder die.
Don't hurt yourself.
I mean, if I do, it's a crit, right?
That's true. That's very true. Don't crit yourself, please.
It's an 11. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it. All right. That is Alrin's turn. Xanthi, it's your turn. You watch as this big explosive attack hits the wall behind Nori, and you kind of look over to see if she's okay, and she's standing there with Shadowfang in her hand and just kind of staring this guy down. What do you want to do?
Xanthi is going to take a 5-foot step forward. Don't worry, Nori. She is going to do a twin spell heal on Alrin and herself.
Oh, okay.
At second level.
Very nice.
So, cure wounds. We each get 14 points of healing.
Woo!
Very good.
And then she's going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okie doke. All right. Desmond, at the end of your turn, you can make a saving throw against the paralysis effect. It is a wisdom save.
Just curious, Dave, is he concentrating on this effect? Is this like a spell that he is concentrating on?
Why do you ask?
Just because he hasn't rolled any concentration checks on it.
That should be your answer.
Okay.
Why do you ask? Because I don't like it.
Yeah,
it sucks.
it sucks.
why.
It
Looking
does.
for a loophole.
I'm gonna use my last advantage.
There you go. Here we go. Come on, roll big. Desmond's wise, isn't he?
20, and rolled at 18 plus 2.
Well, my friend, if it meets, it beats.
Jesus.
You find yourself shaking off the paralysis.
That sucked.
Yeah, as you're kind of like your visual range kind of comes back to you, and you look around. Surrounding you are obliterated cultists laying on the ground. Nori standing next to you, breathing hard with the sword in her hand. Alrin is just standing in the middle of this in middle of this battle with bloody wounds falling out. Yeah, it's something like that. And Xanthi is right. The thing that probably worries you the most is that Xanthi is right up next to this beak-faced creature, right up close and personal. All right, so it is.
That is the end of my turn, though, right?
That is the end of your turn, correct? All right, so.
Somebody needs to get that door closed. That's a problem.
This blood needs to go away. I think that was the
So
blood from the
cultists
guy behind underneath you. I'm
One
just
and
gonna get
two
rid of him.
entered my square. Is that what you're showing me?
They did
They
not enter your
willingly
square, but they entered your circle of death.
Correct.
Yep. So they are going to make some wisdom saving throws.
Awesome.
And
What I like to hear.
they both fail. So go ahead and roll damage, please.
Yeah. Welcome to the party. Please take 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Walk into the wood chipper.
Yeah, they
Little
walk in and
guys.
just get hammered, and they don't like it.
Literally.
Yep. All right.
With
So,
hammers.
yep. All right. So cultist number 1 is going to attack you, Xanthi. And that is going to miss with an 11. Cultist number 2 is going to attack Alrin with advantage because he's paralyzed. That is going to be a 21 to hit. So it's going to be a crit. I need a new die. That's going to be 4 points of damage. And cultist number 3 is going to do the same thing. Oh, cultist number 2 gets 2 attacks. What am I doing? Natural 20. But you can only crit once. That's better. 7 points of damage. Cultist number 1 has a second attack, Xanthi, that's going to make against you. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit you, Xanthi.
Shield
Okay. So it increases your armor class, right? So it doesn't hit you.
to 21.
Okie doke. And then number 3. That was number 1 and number 2. Number 3 is gonna attack Alrin. Alrin, that's gonna be a dirty 20. Another crit. Only 5 points of damage and 22. Another 5 points of damage as they just jab you,
If they knock
jab
him
you.
out, does it end paralysis?
No, I'm afraid it doesn't.
Dang it.
Nice try though. All right, let me just see here. Okay, that's the end of their turn. I think this is a great opportunity here to take a quick break. This is a pretty intense battle that we're involved in here. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. I need to make sure that I let you all know that we do have a giveaway going on. We are giving away Barovian Born and Raised. So if you are interested in winning that potentially at the end of tonight's session, please enter !drawing and you'll be entered to win in that giveaway contest. Thank you to our sponsors at CZRPG for hooking us up with the loot so that we can hook you up. At least one lucky winner in the lot of you will walk away tonight with some good stuff. So we're gonna hit the stinger like Scottish Jeff tells us, and we will be back in just a couple of short minutes. We're going to dive back into this. Our heroes have infiltrated the Temple of Lemminkainen. They are in search of one of the 5 components of a ritual that they hope to enact that would free the Queen of Shadow from a prison of sorts, which has been mentioned and has been called the Shadow Heart. You are in this temple and you are currently engaged in a vicious battle against cultists and a strange bird / lizard-like creature. Sorcerer, you've coined them, and the battle is raging. Xanthi's got her blue collar spirit guardians at work, hammering and jabbing and cutting and biting. They do it all, these guys. Alrin is paralyzed and getting perforated. Desmond has just come out of his paralysis and is now seeing before him what's going on. And Nori is standing resolute with her hexblade, which we've all come to know is called Shadowfang. And it seems as though her foes in this space would like to have that sword. And so it's there that we will pick up Nori. It is your turn as we kick off the top of the order. We are still in combat. Things are heating up. Well, what would you like to do?
I do not want to go in that circle.
Yeah,
I'm
do
gonna
it. Come on over here. Come on, a little bit closer, Nori. We'll take good care of you.
I don't think that's true. I'm gonna cast.
What are you, chicken?
Oh, those are words.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're getting under her skin, Zeke. There you go. Look at her. She's thinking about it.
Oh, she is. She is. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick look. Do the 3 that are around Alrin all look equally terrible or okay? Or what's
Like
their status?
from a
Bloody and whatnot.
they've all of them have been injured.
Okay. Can Nibis now move through Desmond now that he's not paralyzed any longer?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, Desmond needs to get his ass out of the way.
Could I stand on the edge here? Am I gonna get murdered if I stand right there?
Correct.
Oh, but not there, maybe.
No, you will. What's a little damage among friends?
I'm gonna have to do something because Alrin's gonna get murdered here.
Yeah, you look at
I'll
Alrin,
climb
he
up
is
on this
bleeding
thing.
out of various holes in his
Yeah.
body.
Yeah. Okay, I moved the hex to the wrong person right now.
Sorry, Chad.
I'm gonna climb up
You
over
in
here.
trouble.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Either way, I'm gonna get.
Yeah. Go ahead and make
Sliced.
a wisdom saving throw. Xanthe, go ahead and roll some damage for the angry little spirit
Ooh.
guardians.
22.
All right.
Oh,
Go on.
there we go. Here we
All
go.
right.
This is the worst I've ever rolled.
Yes.
Did you make the save? A
It's
I think so,
16?
successful.
22.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
These
god.
take 2 damage.
Ooh,
Because-
2 whole damage.
That's almost the lowest
thought-
I can roll.
Oh, nice.
These little guys are
Thanks for the-
falling
other way
over each
around.
other. They're falling over each other trying to get to Nori, and that's impacting their ability to get to her as they're kind of fighting each other. Let me at it! No, get out of my way! And they're coming at her. Doc, thank you very much for the advantages. Each player is going to get an advantage. Much appreciated, Doc.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you,
Doc.
Doc.
Awesome to see you last weekend at GuildCon, my friend, and great to see you here tonight.
The little guys in the Union, they're like beating each other with hammers.
Get out of my
Get it.
way!
Nori will
All
give
right.
him a little look and like fix her long eyebrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, little shade tossed your way, goons. And then I'm gonna start swinging at cultist number 3.
Okay. I like it.
Ooh, yeah, that's a 24 to hit
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
for 8 damage. And I'll take another swing at him.
That was number 3.
Yep.
Okay.
14. That hits him, right?
That hits.
Not great. 7 damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty rough. That cultist. Cultist number 3.
That is all I can do this turn. And also, by the way, the lizard bird warrior sorcerer has got a disadvantage on wisdom because he's
Got you.
got the hex.
Okay.
I always forget to say that. Like a
All right.
dummy.
You got it. It's hard to remember everything, Shell. It's hard. Okay. You're doing great.
Don't be down on myself. I got
Anything else from Nori?
it. I'm good.
Okie doke. That brings us to your hexed buddy.
And I'm gonna shout, Desmond, get out of the way for Nibis.
Hexed
Just a zombie
buddy.
breathing down your neck.
Oh, man.
We got a
Just
Nibis.
nosing the back of your neck.
Oh, he takes his staff and he holds it up high and it begins to glow, and this time red, and he watches flames begin to come out of the eye sockets of this skull that's on his staff. And Desmond, I need you and Nori to make dexterity saving throws
Oh,
as he blasts a fireball against the wall right next
Oh
to
my
you,
God.
Desmond, and it implodes that space.
Whoa.
I'm gonna roll with the advantage from chat.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, Doc, and others. Let me just bring this up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my advantage too. Just in case.
23 on my save.
23, Desmond.
Thank you, Doc.
25.
25. Okay, both of those are. Let me just double check here. Both of those. What was yours? Sorry, Nori, what was yours?
23.
Okay. All right. So both successful. Alrin, I'm afraid you automatically fail dexterity saving throws because you are paralyzed and you are within the blast radius. So let me start rolling some damage here.
But Nibis is fine, right?
Old Nibby, give me a
He's
dex
around
save.
the corner.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got the yeah. He's gonna get hit too. Give me a dex save for Nibs.
I don't suppose any of his own guys are going to get hit by this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3 is gonna get hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a whiz. Yeah, and he is gonna fail.
No.
Nibby, fail.
Nibby. Ooh, yeah, he's got a dex of 6. So
No!
his roll was a 3.
Nibby.
Nice knowing you, Nibby.
Okay, it's a lot of dice here. $30 points of damage if you failed the save.
Nibis is gonna roll a d20 for his undead fortitude.
Okay. Alrin goes down. Half as much if you succeeded.
What was it again? 30? So
30.
15?
Yep. 15 if you succeeded on the saving throw, which I think you both did, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to confirm, that's 15 points of damage.
Yes. Let me just make sure you get this. It is a total of 15 if you saved. Right. And then cultist.
Dave, do you know if I
number
can...
3. Number 3 is incinerated. Drops to the ground.
Something.
Xanthi, do you have a reaction available?
Did I get hit with something?
No, I'm just wondering if you have a reaction available.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no. Wait. No, I
I have
used
a
shield last
question
turn.
too.
You did. Okay.
So.
So let's see.
Dave, just curious, is this something I can use Uncanny Dodge for as a reaction?
You tell me. What does it say?
It says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Yep. So go ahead and have, if you're going to
Okay.
do that as your reaction, then you
Yeah.
would take half of that. So you take a total of 7 damage.
Okay.
So
right.
that was that. And then, yeah, let me do this. Oh. Nori, give me another charisma saving throw. He really wants you to lay down that weapon. He is going to whisper sweet necrotic nothings across the room to you to drop them.
Oh, well, he knows my language. But
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with
It's
my
pretty
very last
hot.
advantage.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Yeah.
Oh, God. It's going to get probably hotter. Charisma,
Mm-hmm.
16?
You are, you're charmed by this creature. As he whispers to you, lay down your weapon and you and your friends will be dispatched to the most wonderful and terrifying of dooms. You'll love it.
Could I start taking my clothes off instead?
Well,
Would that work?
on your action, you'll be able to respond to that, but you are currently going to be charmed. So let me see if I can find, there it is. You charmed. And that is their action. Alrin, I need you to make a death save, buddy. Here we go. Come on.
Yeah, it's an 18.
Okay, success. That's good. 1 success on the board. Xanthi, you're standing there. You see this all happen, this fireball erupt, incinerating Desmond. Is Nibis still up? Or is Nibis down?
No, Nibis is dead.
Okay, Nibis
Again.
is gone. I'm going to get rid of this token
Yep.
so we can... All right. You see, Xanthi, that Alrin falls to the ground, and you hear these cunning words that come from this creature's mouth, and you watch. If you notice, maybe you notice, you have a. Let me just look at your character sheet here. Give me a no. We'll just say that you notice it. You can see from across the room as this creature's talking to your friend. You look over at Nori, and Nori's just sort of like the sword just kind of drops to the side. She hasn't let go of the sword, but her sword just kind of drops a little bit, like her guard is being let down. What would you like to do?
She is, she saw Alrin pass out, and she's gonna yell, of course, like she does, Alrin! And then she's gonna cast a distance spell of Cure Wounds, and she's gonna cast it at 3rd level because we're in a bad place.
Also, thanks to Scottish Jeff, the party each just got another advantage. Thank you, Scottish Jeff.
Oh, thank you.
And Dan thinks that Sweet Necrotic Nothings is our new goth band, which I totally agree. Go ahead, Xanthi.
And she's going to use one additional sorcery point to do her special ability of... One second. She gets a special ability, Empowered Healing. So she is going to spend a sorcery point to re-roll any number of those dice because she got a 1 on one of those.
Okay, doke.
So
very cool.
Would like to re-roll a d8.
Celestial sorcerers, baby. Very cool.
Actually, she'll re-roll 2 of them because it's 1 for as many as they want.
Okay.
Okay. That's a 5, and that's another 5. Okay, so that will be 22 points of healing as you come to.
Wow. So Alrin, your eyes never closed when you fell on the ground, and now as life comes back into you, you're paralyzed still, so you can't move, but you're prone on the ground, and you're staring up, and you can see what's going on above you. Yeah, you're doing the Han Solo in carbon. That's awesome.
That's all I can do. It's my spell.
That's pretty awesome. Very cool. All right, so that was your turn, Xanthi. Desmond, as you shake off the flames that have burned your clothing and your cloak, what would you like to do?
Des is gonna. He's had his dagger in his hand. He's gonna pull a short sword out in the other hand, and he's gonna run up to Birdman and attack. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Wait, so you guys, we just got we got bonuses, advantages from Scottish Jeff, and I see an ability refresh from Cardman.
Oh.
And I said it was half down, and he said that I can claim it.
Okay, thank you, Cardman.
Right.
Very cool. I thought we got rid of that,
Yeah.
but I keep turning it off, and somehow it keeps coming back.
I mean, if it's up there.
Yep. Thank you, Scottish Chef. We already got those, though. That was already earlier. We mentioned that. Very cool.
Okay.
Desmond, what are you doing?
Okay, Des is gonna stab this guy with his dagger.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my advantage. Glad I did. 16 to hit.
Misses.
All right.
He just uses his staff to bash your dagger out of the way.
Offhand attack with the short sword. I'm going to make this a green flame blade attack. That's 18 to hit.
That misses as well.
That sucks.
Mhm.
All right. That's pretty much my turn.
Okay. That was your movement, bonus action, and action. Brings us to their turn. Let's see. There we go. We got to update the feed here. All right. So on their turn, they're gonna roll some wisdom saves. So
Yes.
Xanthi, go ahead and start rolling damage. We got a 19 and a 15.
Okay, so the 15 fails.
Okay.
All right, everyone in the circle of death will take 19 points of damage if they failed it.
Okay.
That would be 8 if they
Oh, no.
saved.
I'm in it.
Yep.
But you
So
haven't. It's
give
not
it
the
a
start of
wisdom.
your turn yet.
Yeah, it's on your turn. It's on your turn.
Okay, good.
Okay, that does a lot of damage. Number 2 is looking like they're about to die. Less so number 1 to your right. But they are not looking good. As your murder fairies go to town on them, they are going to return the favor. Number 1 is going to attack you, Xanthi, with a couple of dagger attacks. Let me just see here. No, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use another inflict wound. So he's gonna reach out and grab your shoulder,
Ow!
make an attack.
No touchy.
Oh shit! That's a natural 20. Oh fuck. Okay. 60-10. 60-10 damage. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Damn it.
49 points of damage, Xanthi.
That's higher than my max. So am I dead?
No. Nope, it would
No.
have to be double your max to kill you outright. But you
Yeah.
do go down,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
the little murder fairies disappear as that happens. No,
when
we're not done yet! Ah, shit!
Yeah, and when I pass out, I revert back to my normal form. So, I change from a burly guardsman into a tall, thin, elfish-looking creature with like sharp, angular cheekbones and liquid golden-looking skin, almost as if there's gold underneath her translucent-ish skin, and she collapses in a heap on the ground.
Oh no! Oh
Hello?
no, she's down. She's down. All right. And then cultist number 2 is going to make 2 stab attacks at Desmond. That is going to be a dirty 20 and a 19 to hit.
They both hit.
Okay. Do you have a reaction?
Yeah. I got it back after my last turn, so yes.
Do you have shield?
Yeah, actually I do have shield.
There we
I
go.
will cast shield.
Okay.
So that bumps me up to 22.
Okay. So so neither of them hit. The dirty 20 won't hit you either. So
Yeah.
as he turns and takes 2 quick jabs at you, you cast shield on the first one and they just ricochet right off the magical energy. Shing, shing. And behind him, as he's coming at you, you see Xanthi go down with a massive attack. As necrotic energy just smothers her like a blanket, and she goes down. She turns this golden color, and then she starts to turn into this cracked black color. That is their turn.
What?
We are gonna go to Nori's turn. Shit's happening.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm charmed into putting my sword down, correct?
Well,
Is that what I have to do?
that was it doesn't say that you have to obey a direct command, because that would be more like a dominate person. So this is a charm effect. Basically, what this means is that you see this individual as though they are a friend of yours. You cannot attack them with any damaging abilities or magical effects, and they have advantage on ability checks to interact with you socially. So for flavor, you haven't let go of your sword yet, but you sort of like dropped your guard a little bit with the sword. You haven't let go of it. You do see that Xanthi went down, and you see that Alrin is laying on the ground in front of you, even though he's been healed, motionless. What's up, Stronghold D&D? Thank you so much. Wow, thanks for gifting subs. Really appreciate you guys. Stronghold D&D is kicking some ass and has some really awesome 3D terrain that they bust out for their games. You got to check out their stuff. Let me give a quick shout out while Nori is getting her action together. What would you like to do, Nori? Thank you so much, Stronghold.
Nori
Please follow
wants to
them.
go over and dump a healing potion into Xanthi's mouth.
Do you want to say anything to the creature that you're engaging with?
Yep, I'll walk over to her, looking still like my eyes are locked with the lizard sorcerer.
You do
I'll
have
say
two. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, they are right there too.
Yep.
So I can't do what I want to do because they're right there.
They are kind of blocking your advance. But what would you like to say?
Well, I'd like to say, your words are dripping with poison, but I can't help but kind of like them. You're never gonna get this sword, though. We'll never get this sword.
And they just respond to you. Perhaps I will not need the sword if I have its bearer.
Shit.
What would you like to do for your action?
Stand on this body, and I'm gonna have to slice into this cultist. Alrin is down, but he's been healed.
He has been healed, but he's just staring up at the ceiling. It's really hard to tell if he's alive or not at a quick glance. He looks dead. I mean, if you were to pay a special attention, you might be able to detect his breathing, but at this point you don't. Just at a quick
really
glance.
Creepy. I'm gonna try not to look at him. He's almost more creepy than the bird lizard sorcerer. I'm gonna have to lay into cultist number 1 with 2 swings.
Yes, more blood and death. It is what Nerull demands.
It's a 1. It's a natural 1.
Well, you're lucky we're not playing Shadow Dark right now.
Happens.
You come up and the words are tainting even your physical movement. And as you come into swing, cultist number 1 just sort of like puts up his dagger and just easily sort of brushes the blade aside. But you do catch a moment where the blades touch and some of the shadowy essence of your hex blade sort of like transfers into the dagger momentarily and then dissipates into shadow. Let me get this blood off you.
I don't get a second attack, do I? That kind of wrecked my whole turn. Or do I?
Well, you took the attack action and you have an extra attack.
I have 2 attacks,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give it another shot.
Yeah, give it another shot, Shell.
Okay. 22.
22 is definitely going to hit.
Fired me up for a good hit here.
Let's do it. Roll some high damage.
8 damage.
Okay. It's better than 7.
Sure is.
All right. He knocks your sword aside, but you swing it back around and plunge it into his chest. And as you do, the shadows that writhe and wreathe across your blade start to seep into his chest, and you can see his hollow eyes and his sort of like skeletal like face. Although he is a human, he's got this like his skin is stretched really tight over his face. He just smiles at you as you bury the sword into his chest.
I smile back. I pull it out. It's not a happy smile, though.
No, but you do hear him
Not at all.
say to you in a labored breath, "One of us."
Can I spit in his face?
No, you've already done your cool thing. All right, is that your action?
Yep.
Okay. Okie doke. Brings us to your sorcerer buddy. Desmond, you're right up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Avenge me.
Oh man. This guy really sucks.
How surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not cool.
He's not the life of the party. I mean, just look at him.
No. Desmond, he is going to swing at you as you press your attack towards him, and is going to make an attack with his staff. Just a melee attack with his staff. 22 to hit.
That's my AC right now.
Okay. So you feel the impact of this almost mace-like skull head on this thing. It's got some spikes on it, but he hits you for its bludgeoning damage. You'll take 7 bludgeoning damage. Uh-oh. You guys need to put this guy down.
Just the 2 of us.
He's also
we've been,
gonna
like,
blast you with some
paralyzed
necrotic.
and charmed and like out.
It's up to Des, honestly, to take him out.
18 points of necrotic damage, Desmond.
Jesus.
Yep. And then he is going to smile at you and say, "You could join us too, Thorn." Give me a charisma save.
Advantage if you got one.
Yeah,
Way
definitely.
out of
Rogue
those a long
inspiration.
time ago.
You got that? Did you use that yet?
Oh, no, I do still have that.
You can use that
inspiration.
after the roll if you'd like. You don't have to
Okay.
use it when you roll. That's the difference between advantage or inspiration and advantage.
What was it? Charisma?
Yes, please.
That was a 19.
Well, Desmond, you are also charmed.
All right, can I use my inspiration on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe you're not charmed.
That was a good roll. 21.
Okay. I stand corrected. You are not charmed as he looks at you and smiles and attempts to win you over. And then he is going to look over at his cultists, look back at you and say, "Kill them. In the name of Nerull. This is your destiny." And then he's going to walk away. Do you have a reaction?
I don't think so because it hasn't been my turn yet since I cast
Use
shield.
Yep. So he walks away and disappears into whatever this thing is. Whatever's beyond this door that he keeps going back into. That is his turn. Ulrin, you're alive, buddy. You get to make a roll, dude. It's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I'll use advantage.
Yep. You make a wisdom roll. I think you need a nat 20. Come on.
I do.
You can do it. You're due for a nat 20. You're due. Not happening? All right.
2 and a 6.
All right. Well, shit. All right, then it's Xanthi's turn. Xanthi, I think it's death saves, right? Yeah, or did you get? Yeah, you haven't gotten healed yet because she didn't get to you.
Yeah. There's a bunch of bad guys hanging
Yep.
around my corpse.
Yep,
My
they're
Not
they're
a corpse yet.
they're blocking. They're putting up the interference.
My golden passed out body.
You're marbled with black.
Yeah, cracked
Oh,
black
yeah. What
skin.
exactly happened? It like
So
You don't know?
when you went
cracks
down,
and black.
you don't know because you're not there to see it, but everybody else who's there watched as you fell to the ground. The visage, the shape-shifting visage of the guard faded away as you sort of turned back into this golden-skinned changeling, your natural form, right? But then as you fell and hit the ground and went limp, there's like this black, almost like cracks in your skin that are sort of radiating. It's like marbled. I think Shelley said it perfectly. It's like a marbled effect almost.
Oh no,
Cool
I'm
looking.
being corrupted.
Big time.
Oh god. All right.
Let's-
So I would like to roll my death save with advantage, and I'm gonna roll on this big dice.
Scottish Jeff, thank you. Desmond, you have an advantage. Appreciate it, Jeff.
Okay. I got a 14, so that is a
That's a success. You are on the road to not being fully dead. All right, Desmond.
Okay. Well, I see Xanthi down. Would Des know that we have potions available?
Where
if
are the
they're not
potions?
on his person?
Where are
like
they?
on Xanthi's person?
Probably.
She's
Yeah.
always got that stuff.
Des is gonna run up to Xanthi and dig around until he finds a health potion and administer the health potion.
It's
So I don't know if that would be.
It's a handy haversack, so you just have to like think of the
Oh,
item
right.
and it
Okay.
shows up in your hand, which is
This is going to take
So-
your action to do this.
Okay.
Yep, you get a free action to go into the bag to pull the thing out. You know, you think of the potion, you pull it out. It will take an action to administer it to Xanthi.
Okay.
Because you think about it, you gotta like hold her head up, you gotta cradle her in your arms. It's a very beautiful moment as these two cultists are sitting there watching, going, "Oh," as you pop the cork on the vial and you just kind of pour it into her mouth as she's just kind of lifeless in your arms. Just cram it in there.
So I don't know what that is. Is that a regular health potion?
well, what's in the bag of magic bag?
A magic bag. Vamp, sorry that you're paralyzed, dude. You should have had a higher wisdom. I know that was mean. That was mean. I
At
deserve
least you're
that.
not dead.
That guy's
deserve
spell
that.
save is ridiculous.
Okay, I think it's just a healing potion. So I
So
guess
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yep, 2d4 plus 2. Go ahead and roll that, Desmond. Can somebody buff
It's
Alrin's lifeless body with some wisdom buff? Anyone?
That's 7.
Tell
Okay.
him a story about how the horses ran away when they weren't tied up properly because they saw a rabbit.
I don't know how that's going to help, but it's really
Gonna
sweet, you know?
Give him more wisdom. Don't
Rabbits and horses.
Alright.
let your rabbit in front of your horse.
Yeah,
I hope somebody
as
clipped
you
that.
Force this potion into Xanthi's passed out body. You watch as like the gold kind of comes back. I don't know if the marbling will go
Mhm.
away or not.
Yep.
'cause-
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah, so the black recedes and like she retains her bright golden luster, and she looks up at you with her golden eyes that are the only thing that seems to be the same. And she goes, "Hi, Des."
Get up. Des has a bonus action left. Can he use that to make an attack? since he was dual wielding before.
How badass is that?
Is the offhand attack predicated on an attack action?
Oh. I just looked it up. Hold on. It's right here. When you take an attack action with, you can use, yeah, you have to,
Yep.
you have to take an attack.
Yep. But you do have a lot of other bonus action things that you can do.
Yeah, that's what
Disengage, dash, hide, which is not going to help you here.
Yeah, he'll disengage back.
Good luck, Xanthi. I'm out of here. Jesus.
Wake up!
Wow. What a hero. What a,
Literally out of here.
man.
Back on the ground.
She's like, my hero. And then she's like, wait, where are you going?
I got about as many, hit points as you do. So
I do too, but who's still here?
who's counting, right?
Yeah, who's counting?
Yeah, that's my bonus action in action, so I'm done.
Okay. All right. Desmond, that was your turn. It's Cultist's turn. Let's see. Actually, they would have taken probably. Did you disengage? You disengaged,
Yeah.
didn't you? Yeah.
Bonus action just
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Cultist number 1 is going to attack the sword bearer. I mean, of course they're going to attack the sword bearer. Why wouldn't they attack
they
the
are.
sword bearer? I think that's going to hit you. That is a 17 and a 12.
Nope.
Okay, and then second one is also going to attack you. That is a 14 and a 23. So the 23 will hit, yeah?
Mhm.
Ooh. That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage
Oh my God.
as he catches you with the dagger.
I don't suppose that disrupts the charmed condition, does it?
Let me
I don't
take a
feel
quick
charmed.
look. Let me see here. It's a good question.
It's up to the DM, but it.
Well, I'm going to read
traditionally
the I'm going to
has-
read the No. Nope, it doesn't. No, just to clarify also, Lenore, you're not charmed by these two guys that are attacking. You're charmed by the master of the house, as it were.
Yeah. So
Yep.
even if it affected it at all, I would be still doing the same thing, I think.
Yeah, and he basically walked away saying, kill them in Nerull's name to you. And to Desmond, actually. So that is... Oh, that was their turn. So Nori, it's your turn.
Okay. I look terrible. However, I will continue to swing at cultist number 1.
Okay.
17 to hit for 10 damage.
Yeah, that will hit. That's number 1. Number 1 goes down. Tell me how you kill him.
Well, I'm standing on the body of his friend, and I think I just kind of like jump on it a little bit, squirt some blood at him, and then really just with my
Boing,
downward
boing.
motion, I just bisect him.
Oof. Disgusting, but cool.
And then as I come down with the bisect, I turn to his friend, cultist number 2. You're next. And I'll
Yes.
do my second swing.
He looks happy about it.
Does he do this?
Not quite, but he does sort of like grin. What'd you get?
21 to hit.
Yep.
For 11 damage.
11. Okay. He goes down as well. You cleave him in half as well. You look around.
I drop to my knees and cough up a bunch of blood.
Okay. Right on Alrin,
Unfortunately.
who's
Probably,
laying
yes.
at your feet.
And his
Okay.
mouth is still open, isn't it?
Oh no! Roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. You're gonna catch whatever Nori's got.
I'm clean.
You don't remember what you
No.
picked up in Twilight Falls, do
I have the
you?
periaptive
10.
health. So there.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Okay. So Nora, you drop to your knees, coughing up blood. The blood of your foes seeping into the wood at your feet and pooling around your companion Alrin, who's laying on the ground. It is the beak guy's turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and call him who he is, Kridashi. You know what? I'm gonna put up his artwork on the screen here so people can see him. He's doing some things that you should probably know about, but you don't. Alrin, it's your turn, buddy. Let's get that natural 20.
Sure. I made the fatal mistake of, after rolling the last two, grabbing 2 other dice and throwing them down, and of course I got a 20 on that, so I wasted that.
Oh
opportunity.
no!
You know how it is.
Vamp,
so,
what the heck?
well, you know.
Come on, you can do another one. I've seen it before.
Sure. Same dice as I used before. Let's see what we got.
God, this music is
And
intense.
roll.
Jeez.
18 into 16.
Yeah, you just can't quite get out of this paralysis. Let me check one thing here. At the end of your turn, Alrin, the paralysis fades. And you kind of blink your eyes, coughing up the blood that had been coughed into your mouth by your companion, who's standing over you, like vomiting up some bile and some blood. As you come to, Xanthi, it's your turn. You hear Alrin finally making some sort of a indication, a noise that he's still alive. But are you still? No, you're up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you got the healing
I'm
potion.
laying- Des healed
Yeah.
me and then just like dropped me on the ground until he yelled at me to get
Oh
up.
my god, what a guy!
Hey, Des. Ah! Yeah, she's
What
gonna
a
like
guy.
crawl and like just stand up and like brush herself off, and she's gonna take a step over and she's gonna twin spell heal Alrin and Nori at, gosh, 2nd level. So that's gonna be Cure Wounds. Please take 16 points of healing, both of you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, that's your turn.
That's all I can do.
Okay,
She looks real bad.
that brings us to Desmond.
Dave, is that door open?
It is. He closed it behind him as he left the room.
Des is gonna run up and try to open the door.
Yeah, you push the door and it swings open. It is not locked. It is easily opened to reveal some shit. Let me bring this up here. You find yourself staring into, I'm not going to reveal the entire space right at this moment, but I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it. You find yourself staring at this, what appears to be a mezzanine. There is a ragged though ornate rug similar to the one that is now soaked in blood underneath Alrin and all of these dead cultists. And then about 20 feet, 10 to 15 feet beyond that, there is a rail, and it seems to overlook some sort of a large space, large vaulted ceilings that go up another 30 feet above you. and then it appears to look down, and you can see this strange glow, almost like a black pulsing energy coming from the far western side of this particular space.
I don't see that guy though.
Give me a perception check. How far? Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick before you roll. I'm going to have you roll that. But how far into this space are you going to go? Because you have movement left. Do you want to go in and like get a look at what's going on in there, or are you just kind of poking your head in the door? Because that makes a difference.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I guess he would take like one step into the door. Like he wouldn't go far though. He's just like opening the door to see if he can see the guy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So you step inside the space. Let me do this. Go ahead and give me that perception check.
Okay.
A lot of things going on here.
17.
Oopsie daisy. 17. Okay. So you step in like right here, we'll say. Right? So you've got that rug underneath your feet. Can you see that space that I opened up?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me bring it up on the Twitch stream. Okay. So you find yourself in this massive space. It appears as though this mezzanine overlooks some sort of a temple. At the far end, you can see that there's this massive skull that is crafted out of stone and embedded in the far western wall. You're looking specifically for your foe, and you do see him. It appears as though he has... or actually, no, you don't see him at this moment.
Okay.
From where you're standing, you do not see where he is, but I will just give you a little bit of information about this space. You can see that there is some light source that is burning, and there are sort of like these shadows flickering across the wall around this massive skull. And that, I'm going to leave it at that because you haven't gone very far into the room, so we'll leave it right there. Anything else that you'd like to do as you get eyes on this? You don't see your opponent.
Des will just say, "Damn it," and he's gonna back out of the room again and shut the door and see if he can like bolt it or kind of prevent it from being opened from this side, from the other side.
Okay. You could maybe move some things in front of it, perhaps.
If there's, yeah, I don't know. If there,
Yeah, there's broken.
I don't know what else to do right now, and I'm, so
press the charge, maybe. There are benches, there are bookcases that are all broken in this room that Alrin blasted to smithereens. That's about the there's bodies. There's a bunch of dead cultist bodies in this room. You didn't go very far into the room, so I couldn't give you a whole lot of detail.
yeah.
You guys came here for a reason.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in his condition, I don't think he would chase after this guy at this second before he can figure out what's going on with everybody else.
All right, what would you like to do with the rest of your turn? And then we'll move on.
Yeah, he's just gonna hold. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
All right. Okay, that sounds good. Nori, at the top of the order, you feel the corrupting influence of Kradashi begin to fade as the charmed condition goes away.
Is that doorway still open?
No, Desmond closed it.
Nori runs to the door and opens it.
Okay.
And she runs into that room.
Okay. How far in are you going to go?
Until she sees something. I mean,
Okay. So use your full
She's
movement if
looking
you would
for-
like.
she's looking for that guy. He's
You could
injured.
get right. Yeah, he is. You could get right about here. with 30 feet of movement.
I got 25, so I'll go right there.
Okay, so 25 feet. Give me a perception check.
Uh, 10.
Okay.
10.
You see that you're on a mezzanine. It drops down below to what appears to be a temple. There's a massive skull on the wall. There is something that's emanating a dark, pulsing energy down in front of this skull. You look to the left and the right, and you can see that there are stairwells going down. The railing of the mezzanine sets about 15 to 20 feet above the floor down below. Maybe more like 25 feet.
So there's 2 stairways that go down.
Yes, I will indicate where they are. There's one right here. You don't know where they go, but they go. You can see to your right and to your left that there are stairs that go down.
Oh, I see. Okay. And there's something glowing underneath the skull.
There's something glowing right about here.
Shit.
It's giving off like a dark necrotic energy.
All right. Could I listen to, or is that it for me?
Well, you've only done your movement and your free action to open the door. So you still have an action, you still have a bonus action. So you have a lot left in you, I think, depending on what you want to do.
I think maybe I'd be. Can I dash and just get a little closer? Use my action to move.
You can use your action to move. You could move forward to the railing. You could forward to the railing and jump off the railing. You could go towards one of the
That's 30
stairways.
Yeah, okay. I'll go up to the edge here
Okay.
and look down.
All right. As you look down, you can see that there are piles of bones across the floor of this chamber. As you peer down, there is smoke or steam that seems to be coming out of 2 grates in front of a set of stairs. Let me zoom in a little bit here. There is a set of stairs right here. So this platform here, where these braziers and this skull are a little bit higher up than this area down below is a little bit farther down. The stairs go up to the stone dais where the skull is, and there's something glowing right here. There are some grates in front of the stairs there's like steam coming up out of them, and otherwise the chamber appears to be unoccupied. You can only guess at what just transpired that Kradashi escaped down one or other of these stairwells, or somehow went somewhere that you can't see. But that's where you get to. So that was your action to dash. You still have movement. That was only 10 feet of movement, so you still have 15 more feet of movement if you want to use it.
5, 10, 15.
Okay.
My plan is
right.
going to be to jump onto that slightly higher up area to get down.
Oh,
Seems quicker.
got you. Yep. And that's probably only 15 feet difference from the edge of this this mezzanine rail to this area down here is about 15 feet. Okay, so as you do that, you have a bonus action, right? Do you want to use your bonus action for anything?
There's nothing I can do.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So as that is all happening, you peer down as you see with all of his movement going down the stairs, and yeah, he can only get to right there. He's going down the stairs below you, and you get the sense. I mean, it's not hard to intuit. He's heading towards whatever is down below. That's his turn. Alrin, what are you doing?
I run in the room.
Okay, go ahead and use your movement and place your token where you'd like to get to.
All right. So that's 30.
Okay.
But I don't see him, but I see Nori.
Give me a perception check. It might be hard to see him from where you are, but we'll see. You get if you roll high enough. Here's your natural 20.
Follow Nori's eyes to what she's looking at.
Her
Perception of
terrified.
18.
No.
18. Yeah, you see Nori looking down at something with determination in her eyes, but you don't actually see him yet.
Okay. Well, but she's looking down there.
Yeah, because she definitely sees as she's racing. So she's running, right? This is all kind of happening. She's running across. You followed her in. She's racing across that northern arm of the mezzanine. And as she does, she looks down, and you can just see the grimace on her face as she's looking down below as she's running. And you run in and see this happening.
All right. Bonus action. I'm giving
Let's run
Nori bardic inspiration. I point my sword at her and said, "Whatever happens, make sure to kick his ass."
I'll
And
give
for
you
my
the.
action, I go right down because I got my fancy shoes on.
So this is an overhang, sort of like balcony.
Then I jump.
Okay. All right. So it's gonna be about a
trying to
30-foot
use
jump.
My thighs, my athletics, hopefully.
Okay. All right. Give me an athletics check.
If I see him, I'm diving for him.
Gah!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Dropping the elbow. Using
Yeah.
advantage on this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Right in the beak.
Yep.
Elbow to
Let's go.
beak.
Right
Yep.
in your beak.
Elbow to beak. Let's go.
That is a 22.
Very,
Comes
very
Alvin with the
fucking
steel
cool.
chair.
Nice.
Alrin, you are going to do an atomic elbow drop as you jump off this edge. And you are going to take some damage as you collide with this guy, but so is he. So you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Give me
The price you pay for excellence.
give me let's see. You have unarmed attack. Give me a 2d6 roll.
7.
Okay, you come down and with just kind of triangulating off of Nori's eyes, you launch yourself off with this heroic jump, and you come down with an elbow right on this guy's head, knocking him prone and causing him some serious damage. Nori, you watch this happening as you're running. You're like, holy shit, that was cool. Vamp, I'm gonna reload your inspiration. That was badass. So you land on him, knocking him prone. And that is going to be your turn. Very cool. Xanthi. Let's get this blood off you. That's not very nice.
Yeah, she looks dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna
Hulkamania.
like quickly take like a 5-foot step, and she's gonna actually stand up on her little tippy toes, and she's gonna give Des a kiss on the cheek, and she's going to twin spell heal the two of them. As she's
Aww.
doing that,
The sweetest little kiss happening.
and then she's gonna say thanks, Des, and she's gonna run in and join the group.
Okay. So is that about
So-
your movement right there?
I believe so. Just a regular
Okay.
30 foot.
Okay.
So that will be. You know what? I'll do it at second level as well. We both get 14 points of healing.
Very cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else from Xanthi? Do you have a bonus action that you want to use, or is that everything?
Nope, that's everything. The bonus action was twin spell.
All right, Desmond.
Okay. Des will feeling much better now. He's going to run in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then bonus action dash down the stairs.
Okay.
So I don't know how far I can get after him.
Let's see. I'm going to place you on a different map.
Okay.
Let's see here. Give me a second. This is going to be a little tricky. All right, Desmond, you find yourself. So you race through the doors, Desmond, and you see Xanthi and you see Nori running along the side. You do not see Alrin, but you look and you see stairs on either side. You dart towards the southern stairwell and you race down the stairs with your dash. You find yourself.
Oh,
I'm
there I
gonna
am.
go ahead and sync. So you find yourself here. You see as well a large room here in front of you. This seems to be some sort of a landing. We'll say that you can get right. Oh, I keep doing that. There we go. You can get right here with all of your movement. So you can see that there is what appears to be a hallway that heads back this way. And there is a set of doors right here that are shut. There is also another hall to the north here. Let me reconfigure that with another set of stairs that you can't quite see, but you get the picture. There are some banners along the walls, but yes, there are a set of closed doors right here.
So I used my movement, my bonus action dash. So
Yep.
I'm going to use the dash action now to try to run through the doors.
Okay, so you would use your free action to try to open the doors, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so you get up to the doors and they are unlocked and you easily push them forward and open them. And you see this massive hall. Give me 1 second here. You also see that there are 2 guards as you push the door open. You also see, I'm gonna make some moves on this map, you guys, so bear with me here. I'm gonna grab Alrin and Kradashi and bring you over to this other map as well. Map management here, guys. Bear with me. You guys are like right there. Can you see that, Chad? On the map? Okay, so you guys are down there. And the Nori and Xanthi are still up on the mezzanine. All right, so that's what you see, Desmond. With the rest of your movement, how far into the room do you go?
He will just use all his movement. He's trying to get up as close as possible. So
You can probably get with the 30-foot dash action, you can get to these stairs right here, to this
all right,
this space right
that's
there.
where he's gonna go. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Big turn. That brings us to their turn. These guards are going to respond, obviously, and come in, Desmond, and try to cut you off as you race in. They're going to make some attacks on you. Let's see. First one, guard number 4. He is going to miss you with a 7 as you duck the spear, and guard number 5, is going to hit you with a dirty 20.
Dez is gonna cast another shield spell.
Okay, so
as
that
a
misses.
reaction.
You put up your magical energy as this one is going right for your chest, and it just ting and deflects the attack. And then let's see. Kradashi is going to. Oh, you can't really be in the same space. We're going to say you guys are right there. Kradashi is going to use half his movement to pick himself up, and then he's going to take a swing at you, Alrin, with his staff. Let's see. Does a 20 hit you? Okay.
But of
He
course.
clubs you with a staff for 6 bludgeoning damage, but this staff also has some significant necrotic values to it. Oh, that's a terrible roll. 15 necrotic damage as he pulls himself up and is going to use... Let's see. You're not down, right? No. Okay.
Not
So
quite.
He is going to... Shit. Hold on. Let me just make an off the hand roll here to see what he's going to do. Yeah. Okay. He's going to risk it, and he's going to move out of your melee range. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Yeah. Smart.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Come on.
Come on now. Get him. Get some.
The 15.
15 misses. This guy's got a high AC. And he is going to 5, 10, 50. That's all the movement he has. He is... And Xanthi, and well, maybe not Xanthi as much, but definitely Nora, you see all this happening down there. He cracks Alrin with a massive hit, and he starts making his way. He's like kind of like almost pulling himself forward at this point. He looks very injured. That was his turn. Alrin, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, the sword starts swinging around, almost magically leaving trails in the air. And I'm going at him.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do a defensive flourish since he's by himself.
So you're gonna step up to him
Oh, I'm
as
stepping
he's
right up to him.
kind of racing away from you as best he can, stumbling mostly. You come up behind him with an attack.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages that the chat was so generous in giving.
Thank you,
'Cause I
chat.
wanna beat this guy's ass. Come on.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, if I can have the restore abilities and stuff that Baptize and Pus got, that's great. Otherwise, you tell me.
Yeah.
22 to hit?
Absolutely. You can have it. 22 hits.
Yes. Thank you, Baptize and
Dan.
Pus.
I'll get you, Dan. I'll get you yet.
Dan, you're the man.
We hit him.
I'll protect you,
You're the
Dan.
man.
Somebody keeps
Alright,
hacking our
so-
Twitch account and adding that back in after I delete it every time. And I wonder who that is.
I wouldn't know.
I know.
Wasn't me.
All right.
All right,
Crack this
so
guy.
that's gonna do
Cracky.
15 points of damage.
Alrin,
Yes.
please tell me in gory detail how you kill Kradashi, the Death Cleric of Nerull, just steps away from claiming his holy relic out of this temple.
I mean, as I go up to him after being paralyzed in his presence for so long, like, my right eye is visibly twitching, like, violently twitching as I'm like, ah! And the sword is just swinging around, and I just go right, if he's running away, like, right in his back, and then just straight up.
Yeah, you cut him so badly, he stumbles, drops to his knees as he stares up at this skull, and he says words in some foreign language that you don't understand, but you catch the meaning of it being some sort of an offering of himself to Nerull. And as he drops to the ground, his blood begins to pool and it starts to trickle along the cracks in the floor of this temple, and it starts to follow the lines of these cracks toward these two vents that are emanating this steam that seems to be coming out, and they drip, and then trickle and pour. And it's almost as if this creature has more blood than is feasibly possible as blood begins to just pour out of the wounds and down into, and the steam begins to build. Awesome turn, my friend. as you take
Well,
down Kradashi.
Are these guards still behind me? Can I see guards?
As you turn around to take stock, you see that there are two guards engaged with Desmond. You look up, you can see Nori running across the mezzanine above.
I still have another attack and a whole lot more movement.
What would you like to do?
I run up to guard 5 and my eye is still twitching.
Yeah, giving us an attack roll. Little twitch.
I scream out very loudly. Ah! Very bard-like.
It's melodic.
24 to hit.
It's quite beautiful. That hits.
For 12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, you cut him in half and he drops to the ground. Desmond, you just see Alrin like you've never seen him before, just enraged with a bloodlust in his eyes. Actually, his eyes are bloodshot, and you look at him for a moment and his eyes are red.
Probably
and
the blood that Nori spit in him.
Possibly.
It was an accident.
Is that the end of your turn,
Okay.
Alrin?
I had blood splatter all over you with the dude I blew his head up. It's fine.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Xanthi, back up on the mezzanine.
Okay. Can I get down there?
You could take the stairs, or you could jump, or if you have another way to get down. It's 30 feet roughly, right here. Here, I'll bring the map back up for
behind,
folks.
So I think, yeah, I'll do Misty Step.
Okay.
And just pop down there.
Okay. Let me move your token. So you are now over on this map.
Okay.
Where do you want to be? Go ahead and place your token where you'd like to be.
Sure, I'll be over here, and then I'm gonna look at all the blood kind of filling up these weird, like, cracky things, and I'm gonna go, ew! And then can I use my my ability to shape water for blood?
What does the ability say?
Okay. It says, choose an area of water that you can see within range, which is 30 feet, within a 5-foot cube. You can manipulate it one of the following ways. You can instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of the water as you direct, up to 5 feet in any direction. It doesn't have enough force to cause damage. You can cause the water to form into simple shapes.
It's very specific to water. So I would say that is not possible.
I can change water's color or opacity.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's not possible. However, you are in a very strange place. And in this moment, in this circumstance, for some reason, you will it to happen, and it does. What are you trying to do?
I think I'm worried because it looks like it's highlighting maybe some glyphs or something, and she just she's gonna freeze it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going down that vent.
Yeah.
Give me a spell casting roll. So roll a d20 and add your spell casting ability modifier, which for you is charisma. Your charisma bonus.
Okay. All right, my charisma. Ooh. So that's 19.
Okay.
And
so
if I fail it, let me know. Because I know a guy.
This is not a fail or succeed type of thing. But if you know a guy and you want to do something, it could help you. What do you want to? Who's the guy and what do you want to? What do you want him to do?
I only have to use my favored by the gods if I fail. If it's a save or a ability. Hold on.
So
let me look at the actual writing of it.
It's not you're not failing right now. You're essentially, I'm having you roll to see the level of effect that your plan is having. Now, if you want to use that, I would say I would allow it.
Okay, well,
But I don't know what it would do for you.
If I fail a saving throw, I guess it's not a saving throw, so I
No.
can't use it, right?
Okay. Okay, so with that roll, however, although some of the blood has dripped down into whatever these grates lead to, and there's more steam beginning to come out of it, as you cast this spell, not thinking it's not going to work, but you're like, I'm going to try to do it because that doesn't look good, and you cast it and you freeze that blood in place, the steam begins to subside. It's still boiling and bubbling out of the vents, but it definitely like was flaring up, and now it's sort of like starting to subside a little bit as just wisps of steam are coming out of it. So very cool use of that spell in this time and place. Anything else from Xanthi?
She's just gonna look at it and be like, "Oh man, what do you think that's leading to? Oh hey, there's still one guy left."
Correct.
That's all I have.
Desmond, go ahead and
All right,
roll
Des-
some attacks. Let's go.
Yeah, Dez is gonna stab this guard.
Yep.
Hopefully hit something.
Yep.
All right. 20 to hit.
Yep. You don't even need to roll
All right.
damage. He's dead.
Yeah,
He
that's
goes
sneak
down.
Attack.
We will go ahead and drop
Oh, probably
out
not.
of initiative right now, and I'm going to grab Nori. Nori, how do you get down there? Tell us how you get to the temple floor.
Well, I was gonna run to that landing that was a little higher,
Mm-hmm.
up in the front there. So I was gonna hop down from there. I'll
Right
move
here.
up to the.
Give me an athletics check as you leap.
Could it be acrobatics at all? Could I throw a cartwheel in there and
Sure.
make it acrobatic?
Yep.
Okay.
The cartwheel's going to make the DC higher, but yeah, go for it.
Just a 16.
Okay. You leap off and you land on the stone dais. I'm going to move you over to the other map. You land right
then-
there.
I'm gunning for that purple glowy area that I saw. I've only ever been running for that.
Yep. So right here on this
Yeah,
map.
I'm running straight for this. I'll run down the steps right over to it.
Okay.
And that's what we're looking for, I think, right?
So you make it down there. Your friends are pulling themselves together. Alrin is just like steaming with
Yep.
adrenaline and anger and rage. And you look down to them. You see the blood frozen on the ground next to this bird-like creature who lays motionless. And you look about. You see, as you land, rats scurry in all directions away from you, away from your friends. And they hide in these piles. Let's go back to the map here. In these piles of bones that are piled in either corner of this place. Massive pile of bones, as if there have been numerous sacrifices made in this room. The steam boiling up from below here. And you look at this massive stone skull on the side of the wall, well crafted, just beautiful craftsmanship if it wasn't so goddamn creepy. And hovering in front of the stone skull, just hovering in the air, is this dried human head pierced by a rusted scythe blade. It's bathed in black light. It shimmers with darkness, as if at the same time absorbing light and giving off some sort of a necrotic light. This is what was told to you by Madame Eva Blackwood, the Vistani seer, who gave you the secrets of this ancient ritual. One of the components of that ritual being something called the Death's Head, a holy relic of Nerull. This is that relic. It hovers right there, just within reach. All you have to do is reach out and take it, and it's yours. What would you like to do,
Sandy,
Nori?
Get the bag.
I got it. She'll run up. Des, get your magic hand.
It's already out.
Not touching it. Get it.
It's
though.
always
Get
out.
it in the bag.
Yeah.
And I've already got the
don't touch
I've
it
already
with
got the
your
whistle
hands.
out too.
And then yeah, Des will try to mage hand the thing into the bag.
Yeah, easy enough. You can easily mage hand it into the bag.
Ooh.
You send your
Let's go.
magical hand out, and as it touches this thing, you watch as there's this almost like a sonic blast that emanates out 10 feet in every direction of dark light. And then it absorbs back in to the skull, and the skull itself glows as the hand carries it off of its former resting place. What are you doing with it? You're going to put it in the bag with the doll? Smart. Okay.
Yes. We're gonna put it in the bag of
Magic bag.
creepiness.
I'm going to say this, guys. Your bag is full.
How fast?
There's
does
a
the
lot
hand
in your
go?
bag. So, do you want to take something out of the bag? Make some
Just take the
space.
doll out. Just take the doll
Xanthi-
out. Throw it on the ground.
Put the doll
Xanthi
back where it
will
was.
take her regular bag out.
Yeah, you have a backpack.
I have a backpack. Just throw it in my backpack. Let's go.
All right. He'll put it in Nori's backpack.
And then
Zip
We
it
have
up.
to go outside. At least, like on the overhang.
Yeah, let's not stay here. Let's go right now.
Should we go back out?
Is
to the
everyone
bag?
okay?
Do we check Kurodashi's body at all for anything?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Phoenix? Thanks for the raid, my friend.
mean- Do you want to be checking the body while we're doing this skull bag
Yes.
procedure?
I'm not gentle with it.
With the body?
Yeah.
Sure.
He's rolling him.
He has on him, he has the staff for one that's laying now on the ground next to him. He has a dagger, a very fine dagger in his belt. He has a very beautiful looking ring on one of his fingers. He has a strange and almost offensive necklace on that has almost a replication of that Nerull holy symbol on it, and it's almost revolting when you look at it. Thanks for the raid, you guys. Really, really appreciate it. If any of you are here and do not follow Phoenix Wacky, please do. Thanks for the raid.
I will
Appreciate
take the staff, the dagger, and the ring. I will leave the offensive necklace.
Okay. Yeah, you slip the ring off of his finger. What do you do with the ring?
Put it in a pouch.
Okay.
I'm not putting it right now.
Try it on.
Same thing with the dagger.
Yep.
I assume it has
take
a
the dagger.
sheath.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's in a small sheath on his belt.
Grab
Yep.
the sheath, grab the
Yeah.
ring.
You can just yank it
throw in a
off.
Pouch,
Yep.
grab the staff.
I'll say that he has also generally about 70 gold pieces worth of other jewelry on him, piercings and other rings, but it's that one ring that really stood out to you.
I throw the coins in the pouch and just mutter to myself, "Not pie money.
Yeah, they're more like gems than they are coin.
Not pie money."
And then when you reach out and you touch the staff, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Well, you know how that's gonna go.
I do.
Remember my story and think about that when you're doing your wisdom save.
17.
See?
Okay, so not a terrible fail. As you touch the staff, it erupts in necrotic energy. You take 13 points of necrotic damage.
I drop.
Boom! This loud bang as Alrin hits the ground, and you all instinctively look over, and the staff is shattered into 1,000 pieces on the ground. The only thing left of it is the skull that just rolls across the stone floor.
Dang
Is
it,
it-
Alrin!
Come to rest, facing us
Couldn't
and
leave
looking
well
at
enough
us.
alone.
Yeah, Xanthi will immediately heal Alrin at second level. Just instantly.
How do you have spell slots left after that?
Gasp away? Well, because I got refilled, and
Oh, yeah,
then I
that's right.
passed out.
Oh, chat, thank you so much. But oh, I had him.
Please take
I had him in my
11
grasp.
points of healing.
It's not for lack of trying, Chad.
We should go back out the way we came in.
Yeah, we have,
Yes,
just
and
have to
now.
get to the balcony and we can blow the whistle.
Sandy
Yeah.
will help Elrin to his feet.
Okay, so you guys gonna backtrack essentially
Yeah.
back to the
Yeah.
balcony? Okay.
As Dez is passing by that closet room,
Yes.
he's gonna grab the chest. Well, how big are they? Are they?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able
Big
to
enough
carry a
to be-
chest.
Okay.
Yeah, they're too big.
The one that he had opened, he's gonna grab all the other little pouches that were in there, like
Okay.
everything that was in that one that he opened.
The fine clothes for sure.
So in the one that you opened, there were 5 sacks of coin. You already had one of them, so you add 4 more of those. Each of them contains
Okay.
30 gold pieces. So 150 gold total with all 5 of those sacks. There is a beautifully crafted longbow with silver filigree that you grab. It is not magical, but it is a +1 longbow. It is a mastercraft longbow, but non-magical.
Okay.
The fine clothes, there's, let's just do this. There are 3 sets of fine clothes that look as though, as you sort of hold them up, they were probably tailor-made for Kurdashi in his weird avian lizard-like form.
Firebolt on the way out.
There is the wooden music box, which Nori kind of dropped on the ground as she raced out of the room earlier to help to join the fight. That's on the ground. You pick that up?
Yeah, he'll pick. Well,
Why would you do that?
he'll
that
leave
magic
that.
box.
He'll leave that.
Okay. And then there is a rolled up parchment that has a seal on it that you don't recognize.
Hmm.
Girl.
Okay.
We don't need it.
Um,
It's just trouble.
Well, Dez is gonna take the parchment. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Are we missing anything? Do we need anything else?
We got the one thing we need. Let's get out of
Okay.
here.
Let's go. And we'll run out onto the top of the
Yeah,
wall.
you
that we
make
came
haste
in.
as you grab some of the things out of that room. Xanthi helping Alrin as he kind of staggers up the stairs and out to the balcony. The wind is blowing. It's dark in the sky around you. Shadows swirling. You see these kind of streaks of lightning that fire across the sky, just kind of illuminating darkness and shadow. And you can see at times when the lightning cracks, just the faint outline of the Darkreach Mountains over the top as there's this sort of gentle snow that's just starting to fall and wisp around.
All right. Do you got the whistle?
Yeah, Nori's got the whistle. Nori pulls it out. She already had it out. She has it in her hand. And just looks at everyone, makes sure we're all here. And she
Sandy
looks back at
will
the place.
actually grab
Yeah.
Nori's arm and then grab Dez's arm.
Yeah. Dez is
and-
gonna pull in Alrin just to make sure they're all holding on to each other.
Just in case. We don't know what's gonna happen.
We don't know how this thing works.
Okay, blow
Tight-
it.
Tight circle. And I blow
Group
that
hug.
whistle.
Group hug.
Give it a blow. All right.
Blowing. Blowing it.
As you blow into the whistle, Nori, an eerie silence hangs on the air. No sound escapes from the instrument as expected. Only a chilling stillness. You wonder if it didn't work or if it's broken. You look at your companions and you're all sort of confused at what might have happened. But moments later, as you're holding the whistle, tendrils of shadowy mist begin to curl out from the whistle's tip, twisting and growing until they fill the space around you.
Ah!
As Xanthi calls out in fear from the swirling fog, you hear this. almost like a vibration. And then you see them, these massive albino moths that emerge from the mist in the shadow, their pale wings translucent in the dim light. They alight on the ground beside you, emanating that droning hum as their antennae above their heads just vibrate. There's 4 of them.
It's a ride.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Kit, are you gonna give us a ride?
Nori's not asking. She's jumping on one.
Yeah, Des is gonna grab some of the fur on one of them and hop up. Get
All
on.
right.
Everybody
Samuel-
grab one.
We'll grab one and pull herself up.
All right. As you pull yourself on and grab onto the strange hair-like protrusions that come off of their thorax, holding on as best you can, their wings begin to flutter, and you hear that droning hum as they start to take off from the ground. In silence, they carry you away from the Temple of Lemminkainen into the darkness, high up into the Darkreach Mountains, the wind buffeting you as you fly into this snowstorm. You can't see it, but you traverse over the pass of Krasat-Tul, down the other side of the Darkreach, eventually leaving the snowy storms behind you, now just silent flight over this desolate landscape. It feels timeless. It feels like you're atop these albino moths for an hour, maybe 2 hours, the shadows growing thick. And then you see it in the distance, faint glow. You get closer and you recognize it. Place you've been before, the House of Black Lanterns. Without a sound, the moths descend and land in the courtyard where you had spilled blood and fought the general, where you had gathered the blood of the valiant from Thornton. They land and you dismount these moths.
Wow. We better get inside.
Okay.
Let's go.
Xanthi will melt back into her human girl form as she dismounts the moth.
Okay. As you
Nori?
take your, or go ahead, Nori.
Oh, Nori was just gonna say some words to her moth. With her gnomish speak with small creatures. Just she's gonna try some bug language, moth language, and just kind of like give it sort of a thank you, grateful for you, kind of pet it on the neck.
It
area.
responds to you with its antenna kind of turning towards you, and you just hear that as they vibrate. It doesn't really communicate any other way besides that. And as you kind of take a step back from it, with their task complete, you watch as these moths, all 4 of them, begin to shrivel and dry, fall to the ground as husks crumble into dust, and the wind blows them away. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, my friends, as we return to the House of Black Lanterns with yet another component of this sacred ritual in hand. Well done, my friends. And thank you to everyone in the chat for helping them achieve this great accomplishment tonight. You guys were just as much a part of this as any of us were. Thank you so much for doing that. We really appreciate you being here and playing along with us. We do have a giveaway. So if you would like to get in on that giveaway, please go ahead and type !drawing in the chat. Big shout out to CZRPG for donating a digital copy of Barovian Born and Raised. We're going to give that away in just a minute. I'd like to go around the table, thank my friends, and if there's anything you want to do on your outro, please do. Let's start with Shelly.
Heyo, it's Shelly here, also known as Flea Monkey, also known as Hey, it's Flea Monkey. He said, do anything, so I feel like dancing a little jig, but I'm just too emotionally drained after tonight. That was something else. I'm not gonna do the dance. I'm very sorry.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. I will see you guys here next week.
Thanks, Shelly. Let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, also known as Minnesota Muse. You can find me as Minnesota Muse on our Discord, on Blue Sky, or as Minnesota Muse 99 on the Threads. And don't forget about our Threads Guild Superior, which is a brand new page. So check us out, friend us, see what we're up to. We'll be posting on there as well. And you'll see me next week on this channel. This is the only place that I'm currently playing.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. Looking forward to seeing you next week and appreciate your awesome gameplay and creative use of your spells. Let's jump over to Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and other places around the internet. You can find me here every Tuesday playing Dez, making his way through this creepy place. But yeah, that was a great game tonight. Thanks, chat, for all the support. That was pretty awesome. Definitely
Hell yeah.
a little traumatized.
Oh my God,
Wonderful. Wonderful. And last but not least, the Vamp Wickman.
Hey everybody, Chad here, Vamp Wickman on the web. Thanks again, Dave, for throwing us into the Dark Crystal and having us fighting some Skeksis or whatever the hell that bird creature was. That's what I felt. That's what I felt.
Yeah, he was giving off some Skeksy vibes for sure.
Skeksy vibes,
yeah. Big time.
Friend.
Here on Tuesdays for Heroes of Greyhawk, and on Sundays on the Gary Con Live channel, playing the Day of Al Akbar. We are as dead there as I feel here usually. Yeah, we're in the
dead
middle
inside.
of fighting Mummy Lord and 8 mummies as a
Isn't that wonderful?
level 6 group. Everything's great. Nothing to see here. Several ogre jellies coming down the hallway. It's lovely. Garner is a lovely man, and he just wants to see us die. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Had
Awesome.
fun. Good times.
I almost had you, buddy. I almost had you.
So close.
We almost had all of us.
You almost had all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dropping like flies.
Yeah, that was intense. I'm glad you guys made it out of there. All right, look, I got a couple of quick announcements. I'm gonna turn this somber music off because it's really it's getting serious. I'm super stoked about this, you guys. So in October, we are gonna be starting a little mini campaign, a little side campaign called The Outlaws. It's a Heroes of Greyhawk story. It is it is taking place at the same time as this wonderful adventure with these people. It'll be a different cast of goofballs that are going to be playing some ne'er-do-wells, and there's potential that there will be some, tie-ins with some of the things that are happening here in this campaign, in our main campaign. So that's in October 1st. We're going to kick that off, and your boy Big, Coco Bunny, Kateria, and Dungeon Mr. Ty are going to be the players in that game with me running it. It's going to be a blast. Very, very excited for that, and I hope that you will come by and check that out. And then also want to plug Virtual Greyhawk Con is coming up as well in October. There's a lot going on in October. If you haven't already signed up for it, it's like $5, and you can sign up and play in games all weekend long. So it's the 4th through the 6th. We'll be running a game here on Guild Superior on the 6th at 2 p.m. Central on Sunday. So stop by for that. We're going to have some fun playing in the sewers of the city of Greyhawk. So that should be pretty sweet. Now, without further ado, I think it's time to give away our loot tonight. Again, thank you to CZRPG. If you haven't already gotten in for the giveaway, it's !drawing to get in on that. Please throw your hat in the ring. Is that what it is? Throw a hat in a ring? Is that how they say it?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, throw your hat in the ring. I don't know. Where's the ring? It doesn't make sense. Here we go. Ashley, if you wouldn't mind, please giving us the ceremonial 5-second countdown.
All right, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here we go. Hey, it's Aaron. Are you still here? Hey, it's Aaron. You have won. If you are, please ping us and let us know. I know they were here earlier. And while we're waiting for Aaron, I'm going to look for our raid. We're going to raid into some folks, so please hang out with us for just a couple of minutes longer. Oh yeah, we're definitely raiding. Hey, it's Aaron. I don't think it's here, so let's go ahead and do it again. Yeah, we'll try it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, baptized in pus. There we go. I'm pretty sure Dan is still here. It got late, you guys. I'm sorry that it got so late. I didn't realize that it was already 11 o'clock.
Totally here, aren't they?
I don't know. They might have gone to bed too. They got a lot of tattoos for tomorrow.
Hey,
hey, there we go.
Life.
All right. Yep. All right. Baptized in pus, you're the lucky winner. I will connect with you after the game. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. We're going to get this raid started. We will see you next time. There's always a next time in this strange place, and we'll see you when that happens. Take it easy, everybody.